it was telling because it wouldn't let me sign in like normal. It said I had to join as a guest, so I thought that meant something was jacked up.
Nah, I was a couple minutes late. I apologize.
No, you don't have to worry about that. I wanted to get everything together. I was trying to make sure it was on. Give me a few seconds. I'm gonna log out and log back on so I can have my camera.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, welcome to Poetic Recovery, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, listen, let me tell you something. I'm feeling good tonight. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're doing well. Oh man, not like being useful and getting things done. Um, we don't really have like things set up for tonight. We're just gonna go with the flow, see how it happens. I mean, we got like a basic formula that I always have. Miss Terry Reynolds in the house. How you doing, Miss Reynolds? Miss Reynolds, your sound. Where's your sound? Oh, don't even tell me like, yo, we can't hear your voice tonight. What's up with that? And you're not even on mute. Under next to the mute is the arrow. Click the arrow and make sure you got the right mic set. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, get this weather, knock the weather out the way. Yes, so tonight,
Okay, I
57
got you.
degrees, cloudy with rain developing after midnight, low 57 degrees Fahrenheit, winds light and variable, chance of rain 80%, humidity 76, ultraviolet index 0 of 10. Moonrise 5:55 a.m., moonset 9:51 p.m. Tomorrow, a.m., we got rain showers. Early with mostly cloudy conditions. Later in the day, high 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain 70%. Tomorrow night, 54 degrees, 11% chance of rain. Wind south-southwest, 4 degrees, over 4 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies, low 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds light and variable. And just in case I forgot, tomorrow morning winds is northeast 4 miles per hour. Now, who cares about that? Who really cares? I'm
Me.
assuming, I'm assuming people in hot air balloons will want to know about that. Maybe people flying airplanes, especially those ones that are really light in the butt, you know what I'm saying? That can just get pushed all over everywhere. People want to go out and fly kites, you know what I'm saying? Sunday. Sunday.
It's supposed to rain. Can you hear me?
Yes. I'm
Uh-huh.
just I'm just trying to finish the weather here.
There's the
Sunday,
weather.
Sunday, 81 degrees in the morning, 24% chance of rain, south-southwest winds, 11 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies, high 81. Tomorrow night, 59 degrees, 40% chance of rain, southwest winds, 10 miles per hour. Overcast with high rain showers at times. Low 59 degrees, winds south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. I already said some of that again, but they worded differently. So, hey, what the heck? Those that know what this is talking about might be useful for them to get the technical language. And those that don't know, do well with my layman language. They're like, oh, okay. Well, I know it's gonna rain, so that's good. I'll bring my umbrella. Not
Yes.
gonna rain, all right. I keep my umbrella in the car just in case, because people getting messed up all the time. All right, so
Yes. Yes.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up something that I've been wanting to know. What the heck is this, anyways? And you know what that is? It's that UV index. What is the ultraviolet index? What is it? What is it? Do you know, Terry? I don't know. Okay, now we about to know. we about to know. The UV index, and it makes sense, right? It provides a forecast of the expected risk of overexposure to ultraviolet radiation from the sun, provided by the National Weather Services and the EPA. So, how was your week, Miss Reynolds?
Very busy. Very busy.
Meaning,
I've been in East Hampton doing a temporary contract. It's so beautiful up there.
you went where?
East Hampton,
East Hampton. What you doing? What you was doing up there?
working.
Oh, you got work?
Yeah, it's only a temporary contract.
Hey, listen.
Before we're trying to see if they need me to stay on, but it's so nice up there.
What are you doing?
Cows,
What type of?
administrative stuff.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. As soon as this starts making money, you hired.
Yep, administrative stuff. So,
As soon as this
yep,
starts make, as soon as this starts making money, you're hired.
good. I'm waiting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hold up. Let me
Did you
call.
get that thing I sent you
Nah, what was it?
on your phone, your messenger?
No. When did you send it? Oh, you talking about Facebook Messenger?
Yeah,
Oh, hold up.
it's just for you.
Oh, I can't play it for everybody. I'm coming up the rough side of the mountain, and I'm doing my best to make it in, to make it in. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, so you don't want me to play it for everybody?
Huh?
You don't want me to play it for everybody?
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
It's
hold on.
okay.
All right.
I got to get music to everything anyway, so it's fine.
Tell me if you can hear it. Can you hear it?
Yeah, barely. Yeah, it's going in and out.
Okay. All right. Sounds good though. I'm gonna listen to it later. So I can take and do some poetry and then add that into it. You ain't
Hmm.
seen nothing yet. I know you waiting for that big explosion in the sky. You're waiting for a big sign to change your life, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Hmm. Now I done gotten all the signs that I need to change the things that I need to change so that I could rearrange my life so that things can happen, so that my left foot can go in front of my right foot without me tripping, without me slipping. And even if I slip, I can get up, stand up, and keep my head up and know that things can change because you're supposed to come in, Ms. Reynolds.
I didn't know.
Ah. Anyway,
Uh,
anyway, what are you
yeah, so
up to?
that is a nice hook. It's a nice hook on it.
Yo, I'm gonna
You can make a lot of stuff out of that.
I'm gonna listen to it later. Yo,
You could do a lot with that.
you know who I'm about to call and cuss out, right?
Uh-oh.
I'm about to call this Jerry guy. Yeah, he trying to act like he's not at home. But we know Jerry. All right, Jerry, you can get away with it this time. Wait till you call in, buddy. Mm.
Hey, I lose myself.
Call my friend Lindsay Swan, see what she's up to.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. Mm. Ooh, Dr. Jacqueline Smith. Let's see. I'm gonna see if she got the information to log into me.
Hello, I'm unavailable right now. Please leave your.
All right. So I guess tonight's gonna be a slow night. So, Miss Reynolds, why I have you here? Oh, you know I'm going to New Hampshire, right?
New Hampshire?
Mm-hmm.
You moving?
No, not yet. Anyway, I'm going to a IT fellowship.
Oh, I'm about to say. Okay.
But if I get a job out there, I'm staying out there to work, and I'll be back every couple weeks. You see those arms there? You see how strong they're getting? Look at that. See that? You see that definition right there? Look at that. Look at that.
Muscles?
Oh,
Where's your
hold up.
muscles?
That.
Whew. All right, all right, all right. Yes. Yes.
I've been doing
You got
push-ups.
this.
I've been doing these the wheel. Oh man, those things are hard. I'm gonna start
Yeah.
back up. I'm gonna start back up on them tonight, and get them. Did you see? I was on TikTok and the other day, and there was one where it was saying, um, when a patient denies care from a black practitioner, and all the medical staff is black. We'll go first.
know the sound of what it's like when your boyfriend's nuts hit you in the mouth. That's really good.
These Trump people are weird, man. Wow. So what type of things do you like to do online? What happened to your sound? So it comes and goes?
I have to keep switching it back because without it, when I click it off and go to speaker, I can hear you so much better, and my volume on my phone is all the way up. But then when I have to talk to you, I have to take myself off of speaker, put it on phone. But being in that mode, yeah, it's hard to hear what you're saying when it's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a special kind of thing. I don't have a happy medium.
So there's a couple things I wanted to ask about tonight. And
Jesus.
hold on, let me
Okay. Jesus. So I can hear better.
what's the gymnast name who
Simone Biles.
yes. She got her seventh championship
Yep. Yep.
this past week.
Mm-hmm.
And they be taking points away from her to like try and make it like possible for other people to win, and they still can't beat her.
Nope.
And
And
people be
she's
mad
always
like
been
that's
that
not
way.
fair. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, man, like sometimes people are so damn good, they gotta like give other people handicaps. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
So,
should just buckle down and do what she has done. You practice.
yo,
You
man,
take
listen.
you take pride in your craft, right? Just like a musician, he can play, you need to get better, you practice. A drummer, bassist, guitarist, whatever it is, you practice. They say practice makes perfect.
Yo, listen, do
And
you see
she
that?
has conquered that.
Do
And
you see
nobody
that?
can take that away from her.
Do you see that woman's legs, yo?
Yes.
Yo,
Yep.
I don't think anyone. I look. You know what? Ain't nobody coming close to her record for a long time. I think somebody's gonna come. Listen, like Bill Russell has 11 championship rings in basketball, right?
Yep. Yep.
And people keep saying, "Oh, Michael Jordan was the greatest." No, Michael wasn't. Mike only has 6 rings,
Right.
right? Um,
But like
Kobe.
they do say that records are made to be broken.
Oh,
So that means
absolutely.
it's possible.
But for someone to break Bill Russell's record of 11 rings, they'd have to come into pro basketball at 18
Yeah.
and start dominating early. I don't think anyone is, and I'll be honest with you, right? I'm not a gymnastic um guru or anything by the stretch of any means, right? Ain't nobody beating this woman. Ain't nobody. Do you see the definition of this woman?
Yes.
Ain't nobody, man, listen, ain't nobody touching her. I don't care. Not for a while. Not for, listen, it ain't happening. I bet you they doing everything. They like, yo, test her, see if she's doping, etc.,
Yeah,
etc.
of course they
Yo,
are.
ain't nobody mess. You know what? And I can understand. I can understand why. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And listen, it ain't because she's black, right? It ain't. It's because of the level in which she dominates the sport. Wow. Listen,
Yep.
let me show you this woman. You see that? Do you see that definition?
Yeah. Yep.
That is yo, this woman is all muscle.
Yes, she is.
Every look at
Yes.
look. Even she ain't even got a toe. That's a muscle on top of a foot. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep.
Wow, even her nose is a muscle.
That's gymnastics for you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't know, man. I don't see and here's the thing. It's not even just she's all muscle, right? She she's flexible, she's fast, she's she has precision. Look, she has rhythm,
She's just
right?
dope. That's all. She dope.
Yeah, but all that means dope though. All that defines dope. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Right?
Yep.
I mean, wow. Wow. Seven. Let's look at how many championships she's got. She's got with the combined total of 30 Olympic and World Championship medals.
Yes, she does.
She is the most, and you see how that they won't say she's the most decorated Black American gymnast and the world's third most decorated gymnast. You know, you see how they do that? Like
Yeah.
if if a black person is wanted for a crime, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna say he's black, right? But if it's a black person that's doing great things, they don't say that they're black. They say that they're are American, an American
Yeah. They
musician, or
downplay it.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yep. Yep. They always downplay it.
Now, here's what's dope about her. Now, I mean, I think it's dope, you know, that as a foster child, right? That so let me read her bio. Everyone around you can tell, oh, you can do this. But then whenever you really start to believe in yourself, that's when it comes to life. But you also have to be a little bit fearless. That's a quote from her. Simone Biles was born in Columbus, Ohio. Both of her parents struggled with alcoholism and drug addiction. Her birth father abandoned the family, and her mother, Shannon, was unable to care for Simone and three siblings, her three siblings. After spending time in foster care, 3 years old Simone and younger sister Adria were adopted by Shannon's father, Ron Biles, and his second wife, Nellie, Simone's older brother. Oh, she was still with her family. Simone's brother and sister were adopted by Ron Biles' sister. Ron Biles is Air Force veteran and former air traffic controller. Nellie is a trained nurse who owned and operated a string of nursing homes in the Houston area. They gave Simone and Adria secure upbringing in Spring, Texas, a suburb of Houston. So she had, outside of her mom and dad, her family came around and supported her. I thought it was something where she was taken away from her biological family, put in foster
Right.
care, you know, and but she did spend some time in foster care, you know, but it's that love and that networking, that
Yes.
obviously made a difference, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
her family making sure that this shows, man, that family matters, you know what I mean? And
That's
you
right.
know, when someone isn't able to step up, to cover the responsibilities for their children, the family needs to step up, you know.
Absolutely.
Mr. Bailey, how you doing, Mr. Bailey? Sean Bailey.
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Great.
To hear. It's great to hear everybody. How was everyone's week? Today's Friday.
Doing all right,
Often
man. Doing all
busy.
right. We're talking about Simone Biles. I'm gonna finish reading her bio. She spent some time in foster care, but was adopted by her mother's father. Um, her and her older brother, no, um, Simone and her younger sister was adopted by her mother's father, and her older brother and sister were adopted by her aunt. They gave her secure upbringing in Spring, Texas, a suburban Houston, and the girls have always regarded Ron and Nellie as their mother and father from the beginning. Simone was an active child, running and jumping wherever she could. Her natural strength and high energy, combined with an unusual degree of physical daring, just a very brave child, is how she describes herself at that age. On a daycare field trip at age 6, she was taken to a gym and saw older girls practicing gymnastics. When the coach saw the six-year-old Simone successfully imitating the feat of girls in their teens, they wrote a note to the family suggesting that the child take regular gymnastic classes. She began a training program at Bannon's Gymnastics in Houston with coach Amy Borman. The energetic child took to the training quickly and set out on a long road to becoming a champion.
Hmm?
That right there is
Yep.
from achievements.org/achiever/Simone Biles. Yo,
In the chat, the link.
listen. October 6, 2013, 16-year-old Simone Biles of Team USA, after winning the gold medal in the floor exercise final of the artistic uh, gymnastics world champions, held at the Antwerp Sports Palace in Antwerp, Belgium. Biles beat a field of Olympians to win the world all-around title in her first major international meet, Yo, the
Yes,
first
you can.
time, the
Yes.
first time at 16, she
Yes.
met all these people from around the world,
Yes.
jumping and twisting and doing
Yep.
all these things.
I remember watching that.
Wow.
I remember watching it.
Yo,
It was incredible.
16.
Yes. It's
Yo,
awesome.
Terry, I'm exercising now, right? I'm exercising. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm exercising,
Thank
right?
God.
I can barely roll. Like when I get up, it hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, I was talking to my doctor today. Hopefully, it's just an issue with my feet because I'm flat footed, right? Uh, I ain't jumping. I jump, it hurts.
Yo, that's what happens when we get older. A whole bunch of stuff be breaking. Be
Yo,
breaking down. He's still trying to be young.
I wonder
That's
if
slowing
that's
me
why.
down.
I wonder if that's why Jerry's always coming in late because maybe he been like walking around throughout the day. Maybe he tried to run and then hurt himself. He needs to come home and relax. Maybe take a bath with Epsom salt, and that's why he be getting
Look,
out late.
look, just keep it real.
Hey Jerry,
Keep it real.
Yo, yes,
how old are you, Jerry?
I am 74.
You ain't no 74 years old. Stop lying.
So you ask me a question, I give you an answer, and that's not acceptable. Right?
Exactly, because I know you ain't no 74, brother. What you over here lying
So,
for?
so how old am I?
You ain't 74. Ain't you in your 50s?
How old am I?
61?
Is that a question or an answer?
It's an answer. Is it the right one?
Well, you're the one. It's on you, man.
All right, you know
I gave you
what?
my
We're
answer.
not gonna play this game. We're not gonna play this game, Jerry. Jerry, if you wish to be like that, you go right ahead, sir. We're not gonna play that game. Hey, Sean, did you hear that about Simone Biles? Jerry, we're talking about Simone Biles.
About what?
Simone Biles.
Olympic gymnast.
Okay, all right, yep.
Bro, how old is she now? 16. This was in this picture that was taken was in 2013. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. She's 24 years
20.
old.
Yeah.
Bro, she's gonna be raking in the gold medals for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one that performed these stunts that nobody else could do, right?
Yes.
Yo, she just did this amazing hold on.
Triple something. I don't know what it is.
Yo, I mean, listen, most people can't even pronounce it.
So what did they do in turn? They turned around and basically tried to deny her the props that she deserves.
Yeah, they
Listen,
told her at one point she couldn't do the move.
listen. I'm gonna try to
Because
pronounce
nobody
it.
else could do it.
Listen, I'm gonna try to pronounce it right. Listen, and check this out. This came out May 24th, 2021
Yeah.
by Nancy Armorer on the opinion on US Today. Punishing Simone Biles for her greatness is an act of foolishness by gymnastic officials. Indianapolis, Simone Biles still isn't the problem. Having learned nothing from the mocking it got 2 years ago when it unfairly punished the world's greatest gymnast for its own bad choices, the International Gymnast Federation is poised to do it all over again. Only this time it will be the entire world asking just what the fig is thinking. On Saturday night, Biles became the first woman to compete a Yurchenko double pike, a vault so difficult few men
Yep.
even attempted.
Yep.
She is pushing the boundaries of her sport, and much like Michael Phelps' quest for 8 swimming gold medals in Beijing, Biles' efforts to challenge the notion of what possible will be all the talk of the Tokyo Olympics. Yet, based on guidance from the FIG, judges at the U.S. Classic gave her new vault a start value. The measure of its difficulty is just 6.6 points. Pretty much everyone agrees that woefully undervalues the skill, but at least 0.2 points if you're going by precedent, and as much as 0.4 if you use the eye test. The queen has spoken. Now hold on, because I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show this. Yo, listen.
Yes.
People just don't understand, yo. People don't understand.
Yurchenko. Mm-hmm.
Hold
And
up.
the height that she has to get in order to do the
What
turns is amazing.
what did you say?
I said the height that she has to attain in order to do the turns is
Yeah.
amazing.
Now let me say this, right? A lot of men, maybe most men in gymnastics can't touch this woman, right? But how many women are just as good in
Yeah,
this sport? You know what
they're
I'm saying?
nipping on her heels as we speak. They are nipping on her heels. They are.
This right here that you're seeing is Simone Biles. Let me, because I want to make sure that people know what they're watching. Is Simone Biles landed her Yurchenko double pike for the first time in competition. This happened on May 22nd, 2021. You're watching it here. Poetic Recovery, Cultural Expression. Yo, let me rewind that. Let me rewind that. I wish I could play it in slow mo.
Yeah, they usually deduct points when you step back.
They deduct points for stepping back.
Yeah.
Man, she's going with so much.
Earlier in the sport they did. I don't know what it is now.
What? Yo, she's going with so much velocity. How can you not step back?
Right.
Look at all
She
that
landed it.
muscle.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen a gymnast with so much muscle. Have you, Terry?
I have.
Who?
I can't remember her name, but she was one of the earlier gymnasts. She was from Russia.
Was she this dope?
She was. I mean, I see her face, but I don't remember her name.
Yo, she's all muscle, man. So you know what that tells me?
Hmm?
You know what that tells me? That tells me that you're not gonna look like me and be running down that, runway and flipping.
Either.
Dominica, you're on mute.
You say
Yeah, I said you're on mute.
you was
Listen,
talking to me. What was the question?
do you see this young lady, Simone Biles? Do you see her?
Yeah, I saw her.
Do you like how like what comes to mind when you see this young woman?
Um, does she got good versatility? She reminds me of Dominique Dawes. I used to watch gymnastics when I was young. Hello?
No, I'm hearing you.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, she's very good. She's got a good form and everything. Did you used to tumble when you was younger? When I was younger, we used to tumble in my neighborhood on the mattresses and stuff, run and do the flips. So
If
I
that's
like
what you
gymnastics.
if that's what you want to call it, I mean, I don't even know what to call. I don't even know what to call it. Yo, this dude just tried the double, you're jerking, and let's see what happens to him when he tries it. I mean, I'm ashamed to even say what I was doing, Dominica, because watching this, I don't even want to say I used to tumble. I'm gonna just be like, nope, I wasn't doing anything. All right, so who's this guy? This guy, what's his name here? They don't say his name. But can everybody see this video? Hello?
Yeah, I see it.
Terry? Sean? Can you guys see it? This guy is trying the same thing. I think he just broke his tailbone.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, he hurting. Ooh, yep.
Yeah, he's like, let me get up there. Let me get back. Did he get a black eye?
He had the height too. He just didn't have the landing.
Yeah. I mean, it's still dope. I mean, the fact that
Yeah.
I mean,
That he attempted it.
yeah. I mean, and he didn't do it off a thing where he can get height. He just did it from
Yeah, that's the floor exercises that you can do.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, this guy's better than me because I would have looked at the judge and been like, well, what can you do, buddy? You see that? Who's this? Man, these people are incredible.
Yeah, you get points for the degree of difficulty that you do in your routines.
So this is Jessica Taylor, and Simone Biles is in the corner coaching her as she goes. You can see her doing part of the routine too. Now, hey Terry, do you have any idea what these moves are? Does anybody?
They have to go to the four corners. They dismount on one corner, but they got to do a routine on each one of the corners.
And so, what style of dance are these routines, or are they related to any type of dance or what?
No, well, it depends. I mean, it's a mixture of the gymnastics, the moves that you see on the balance beam. I can't explain it. I don't really know per se, so I can't tell you definite, but it's whatever you see them do on the balance beam is done on the floor exercise. Some of them do have dance routines, and you'll see it intermixed in their routine, but they have to hit 3 of those corners and be able, well, they have to be able to hit 4 of those corners. So, including their dismount, the finishing.
Dominica,
Yeah.
what was your favorite flip when you was younger? You were saying that you.
My favorite flip was the for me, my favorite flip was just the forward flip. That was just for me.
Everybody.
Yeah, that was just for me because I was scared to flip it all. But it was this dude named Jelly who used to be he was older than us and he was a tumbler. So he would take us down to the park when we finished tumbling on the mattresses because we was all following his lead. He was like a teenager or either in double digits when we were younger. But I know he's older than us. And he would start taking us to the park. And he had us start trying to do the flips out of the swings because he can take the long swings and flip himself over while he's in the swing. And when it wraps all the way up to where it's all the way tight, he would get out of it and do like a 16 thing flip all the way down and land on his feet and then start doing backflips all the way to the end of the park fence. I was in love with him. I'd never seen nobody flip like that in my life to this day.
That's ridiculous. You still know this guy?
No, I ain't seen him in years, but if I ever see him, I'm grown now. I'm gonna be telling him like I used to have a crush on you, all them flips you did. But I know one thing I remember about him is when I saw him when I got older, when I came back home to visit, he had a strong bow leg. I was like, that's probably why he could flip like that. But
A strong bow leg.
it might not be true, but I think that attributed to it when I saw him when I was a teenager and I went back home to visit. But I never forget his name was Jelly. He always had his hair cut in the Gumby, and I had never seen anybody because we had the long swings. So I never seen anybody flip the swings over while they were in it and then flip out and do air flips like they doing when they on over the bar like her, and then keep flipping once he hits the ground. I never seen anybody do that. Not even in gymnastics. That boy was cold.
Wow, that's incredible. That's just that I used to do, like you were saying, Dominica, the front flip. I was afraid to do back flips. Welcome, Donna. Thanks for logging on. How you doing, Donna? Can you hear me?
Okay, can you hear me?
There you go. Yeah, welcome.
I can't stay on long, but I wanted to at least, hop in. I hear y'all talking about turning flips and cartwheels and whatnot.
Yeah, we was talking about Simone Biles and how incredible she is, man. Like,
They were talking about her on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show this morning.
Listen, I can look at her and be like, oh, okay, it's a flip. But here's the question. Can you do that flip?
I used to be able to do that flip. I was in gymnastics growing up, and that was when I was a little girl. That was my dream, to be a gymnastics
I'll say, okay,
for the Olympics one day.
so maybe you can tell us some of this stuff then. What are the moves that they're doing on the floor? Like they like where do they get those moves from?
So when they do their little routines, it's a mix of dance and gymnastics, from what I can remember. And when they do their little competitions and stuff, they make up their own stuff. But I'm telling you, man, that takes condition. That girl has to have been doing gymnastics since she came out her mama's womb.
She was 6 years old when she went on a field trip with her class. She was 6 years old, and she was at a park, and these were they at the park? I forget where they were at, but anyway, she was watching these teenage girls do routines, and she would do the same exact routines as a 6 year old.
Yeah,
And so the coaches told her parents, like, you need to get her into gymnastics now. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And that's all she wrote, as they say.
she's awesome.
That's all she wrote. And and
Yeah,
she comes from a background where her mom and dad was in drugs and alcohol and couldn't hold it together. So she was adopted by her family, out of foster care. So there goes to show, man, that like when you have a stable environment where you can focus and they one thing I see parents do, I see parents tell their children, oh, do this, instead of going there with them and
yeah.
making sure they stay focused. And it's the parents who take the time out and who can take the time out, right? That's why I say like we need community so that like we can help each other out so we can take the time to do these things, with children and so on and so forth.
And that
So
leads me to tell you, thank you, Maurice, because you played a big role in my boys' lives, and try not to cry. You know, my boys turned out so much better than my girls. You had a big role in that. I just want to tell you, thank you.
so you said, Donna,
I don't know if my speaker keeps going in and out.
can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Um, I don't know if I necessarily want to say it should be a two-parent home, but definitely a parent that is involved with their child or their children makes a big difference.
I want to say two, and the only reason why I say two, but at least one, right, is because the amount of struggle that one person goes through, right? Even if they're not together, like they have to work together for the benefit of the child, right? Um, but for all the parents that struggle to do it by themselves, man, more power to you. Oh man,
Yeah, yeah.
more power to you. You know,
I was I was
uh,
lucky, as you know, I had my mom in my life, so my mom played a big role in raising my children. Um, and of course, you helped. And after that, thank God I was blessed with Tony. And, he taught my boys how to be men and to do manly things. I remember at one point people saying that my sons were going to be gay because they were raised by my mom and she coddled them so much, but I'd like to believe that my mom being in their lives helped them to be more respectful towards women, more understanding, towards women's feelings and how to treat a woman.
Um, Terry's about to go. Terry, would you like to add anything before you bounce? Miss Reynolds?
I can't hear anybody.
No, she hasn't said anything yet.
No, no, I don't want to add anything. You know,
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
it's good.
Hi, hi, Terry.
Hi, how are
How
you?
are you?
I'm
doing
doing
okay.
well. Doing well, doing well. Standing.
Good to hear.
Yes,
Well, thank you for coming on tonight, Terry. I appreciate it.
absolutely. You know I wouldn't miss you for the world.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank you. I
night, Terry.
appreciate it.
Okay, good night, everybody. Blessings. I'm about to be corralled and stuck out here in the middle of the night with these girls. So they don't ever hear no from me.
When you come on next Friday, be ready to do something.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Always.
For your night with the
Have a good
girls.
night.
Right, sir.
Have a great
Blessings,
weekend.
everybody.
Have a
You
great
too.
weekend and be safe.
Yes.
Take care.
Blessings.
Blessings.
So, Don, you say that when you was younger, you were into gymnastics. What happened? Why did you stop?
I don't really remember, a lot about my past. I just remember my grandmother taking care of me a lot because my mom worked a lot. Um, and my grandmother kept me in after school activities. I went to New North. They had a lot of stuff going on in New North. I was always involved in things. After school, I went to the YMCA for after school programs. Um, how I became interested in sports and swimming. I used to run track. I was on a swim team. Um, I was very, very active as a child. And I don't know where I lost my way, but I had to grow up quick. Um, we moved out to California. Now I could tell you I took up roller skating. That was my favorite thing to do. I was real good in school. I got good grades. I went on all kind of field trip, for honor students. Every month we went on a trip or we went camping. I was just really active and involved. And somewhere along the way, I lost my way. I got introduced to drugs, and it took away a lot of my pain. So I would think that's where I lost my way. And the things I dreamed of as a little girl just got lost. And then I became pregnant with my first child, and my mom was my everything, and she said, "You had a baby, not me, so got to take care of her." And I remember my mom moving away, and I thought it was the end of my world. So I had to grow up, and living in the community I was in, I learned to hustle, and then I became my best customer. You know, I just thank God that I was able to get into recovery and get myself together before it was too late. Because I've lost so many family members and friends, and I just thank God I was able to make it. My mom,
Hold on for a second, Don.
that she was able to
I apologize, Donna. It broke up for um.
okay.
I apologize. You know what? I just saw Markeisha in your face.
Got back that shit.
I just saw Markeisha in your face.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I look at my mom,
Yeah.
I'm starting to see how each of my children, yeah, yeah, now.
Maybe it's because you love yourself. I think what happened is um
Just don't do stuff.
That's all right. But that's why you got to do stuff so you can get used to it, so you don't have to cry as much.
Yeah, it's,
You
I
said
just what
that's why you don't. You said that's why you don't do much because you cry so much.
even though
Yeah, I can't hear you now. Sorry,
yeah,
I can't.
definitely. I cry baby because when told yeah, I listen. I remember when and I first got and he would look at me like, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but you're going out. I think what
Okay.
happened was WebEx updated their service,
Hmm.
and whenever a new major update is done, something gets messed up because the sound
Yeah.
hasn't been the sound's been pretty decent. Um, but Terry had issues earlier today, and you're having issues now. It could also be internet connection. Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so let me ask you this. So what's different about your life now?
Um, I don't have my mommy to run to, so I have to be an adult. My relationship with my children have gotten a lot better than what they used to be. Um, God blessed me with a granddaughter, so I'm able to be a better parent. So I have custody of her, so I'm able to be a better parent,
Hmm.
a better guardian. And I'm a lot happier. You know, I look back and I think about things that were, but I'm grateful for what is today.
Yeah.
I've been
And
blessed with a wonderful husband, you know, um, my children. You know, I'm going through changes right now with my youngest daughter, but other than that, my life is good. You know, and my life is still good. That's her stuff she got to deal with. You know,
Mhm.
I've definitely matured and learned some things. You know, I so used to having things my way or making things go my way. I'm learning to accept people for who they are, where they are, and let it be. You know,
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you write poetry?
I used to. I haven't written anything in so long.
We about to start. We about to change that for you.
I got really discouraged because you know, back when I was on Federal Street and I was caught up in addiction, but I used to write and I had a book and I don't know whatever happened to my book and I kind of got discouraged and I kept telling myself like I want to get back into writing because I don't want to just write poetry because I'm sad or I'm in my feelings. I want to write about happy stuff too. But I just somehow it just got pushed back so far back. But it's something I really need to get back into. You know, when I was in therapy, my therapist told me that too, because that's a good release.
Do you
But
remember
I
Tim? Do you remember Tim?
couldn't hold it.
Short, dark skinned dude. I think we was on. Were we in Ethos together?
I think I know what you're talking about.
He told me when I lost my poetry and I was going to start writing. He said, "You didn't lose your poetry; it's still inside of you."
Mm, good
And
one, homie.
that's what got me writing. So I want to pass that on to you.
Okay.
You didn't lose anything. It's still inside of you.
Okay.
Hey, Sean, Dominica, Jerry, you guys got any questions for Donna?
I guess I have one. How come you haven't written in so long? Was there a reason? Um,
Um, well, my life got real full real quick. And it's like, I struggle with health issues. So if I'm not taking care of one of the kids or doing something for my spouse, I'm usually asleep. Like I have a hard time even doing paperwork and stuff like that. So it's just something that I need to tell myself and stick to it and get back into it. Um, but I've gotten to a point where I hate even doing paperwork. Now I have issues with my hands, so that has a lot to do with it, with my writing. But I want to find a way where I can get back into my poetry and maybe use a tablet or something.
Definitely, you can do like there's a talk to text, speech recognition apps, stuff like that. But I do understand where you're coming from when it comes to life and kids and then having the spouse and everything. And it
Yeah,
gets hectic. So I hear that.
yeah. I take care of a special needs child, and my husband has stage 4 cancer. So our hands are full between the two of us. We make one whole person. you know. But
Isn't that
I
true?
just
Isn't that true for most couples though?
yeah, yeah. But I don't think I've ever been so happy, even with the illnesses and stuff. I don't think I've ever been so happy in my life. To have him and my granddaughter in my life, it just makes me such a complete person.
Amazing to hear
You
you
know,
sound so grateful to have that, that love, in your life and, surrounded by you. That's really great to have and
yeah.
great to hear.
And what more reason to write about, right?
Or and I want to thank you for, and I know you'll be joining us, when you can moving forward. But being able to share who you are with the world, with our network, you know, um, to give people hope.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Listen, if I can give somebody a hope shot, I tell you, if I can do it, I've been in and out, in and out, in and out. I just celebrated 12 years, and
congratulations.
thank you. That was a miracle in itself. And I can remember having a reservation of if my mom died, I'm gonna get tore up and da 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 da. And all I could think was that woman dropping down and smacking the hell out of me. You
I can,
know?
I remember when you told me, I couldn't believe it. Even now, like, even though it's been how long, how many years now? 6?
Yeah. Yep.
It's still like this kind of a weird thing. Like, if I go somewhere, she'll be there. It's just figuring out where I need to go to see her. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
She's with me. I know she's always with me. And I look at my granddaughter and she's named after my mom. When I look at her, like that little girl and Tony are my lifesavers, right? I don't know what I would do without either one of them. I don't
Yo,
want to know.
your mom is part of you, yo. Your mom
And,
is
and
part
that's
of you.
listen, I got on a shirt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Says the greatest moms graduate to grandmothers. And
Wow.
one of the last texts my mom sent me, she said, "You never know what love is until somebody calls you grandma." And I went to South Carolina a couple months ago because Faith doesn't talk, but she tells me she loves me in her own way. But when I went to South Carolina, Melquan's daughter was just all over me. And she never used to come to me. And oh my gosh, she was just all over me. Grandma, grandma, grandma. She's like, "I love you, grandma." And that moment, like, I just wanted to be able to tell my mom, like, "Oh my God, I know what you mean." Like, it was just so awesome. Here we have these little people. And then I just wondered, like, what is this world going to be? It's so different from when I was a little girl.
So going back, you said the text your mom sent you because it didn't come in clear. Can you say what she
So my
sent you?
mom, she sent me like a little meme thing. It was like a cartoon character or something. But it said you never know what love is till someone calls you grandma.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And when I went to
Well,
South
I'm never
Florida,
gonna know what it is, man.
listen, Loquan's daughter never used to come to me. And when we went to see them this time, she was just all over me. She wanted to come home with me and everything. Grandma, grandma. It was just, oh my gosh. I wanted to just be able to tell my mom, oh my gosh, you were right. You were right. It's such a beautiful thing to have these little people in my life where I look at if I was still using, none of this would be possible. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
available for me. I just thank God that I'm available today.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
And I know there's a lot I could be doing better, but I do the best I can.
Hello, caller 3. Welcome.
Hey, Maurice, this is Dennis. I was trying to log on, but I'm on now.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Welcome, everybody. Dennis, this is everybody.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello.
Dennis is an avid supporter. Dennis and I went to school together years ago.
A few years ago.
What'd you say?
A few years ago.
Have I met Dennis?
About 30 years ago.
Oh gosh. I'm only 35, so I didn't meet Dennis.
No.
No, I'm 53. I just turned 53.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Dominica, do you have any questions for Donna?
No.
Jerry?
Not at this moment.
Wait, Jerry ain't got no questions?
Well, I do actually have a
No,
question. Oh, sorry, Jerry.
Go
no,
ahead, Donna.
I
Jerry
came in
say,
late.
what'd you say, Jerry?
No, I thought I came in late, and so I didn't really hear. I didn't hear him, speaking or anything.
Okay, I think Dominica had a question.
Go ahead, Dominica. You on mute?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing as Jerry. I didn't really because the sound was going in and out, so I didn't know if you was the guest speaker. But if you was, hey, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you if I heard the little parts right. Did you say that that there was a history? Did you say your grandma raised you? And did you say your mom raised your kids, and now you raising your your grandchildren, granddaughters?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in my family, I'm a certified cycle breaker. So I had a history of something like that in my family. So I just wanted to ask you, do you think now that you got the next generation, which is your granddaughter, is this gonna be a cycle breaking moment where
I
go ahead,
truly hope.
darling.
I Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead again. I didn't hear you because the thing stopped.
I truly hope so because her mother, but because my granddaughter is special needs, I don't think her mother is ready. You know what I mean? I thank God for putting me in that position to take her. But I'm hoping that the cycle will end with me and my generation, with me raising my granddaughter.
Are you and your daughter? Oh, can I go forward?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, are you and your daughter on good terms? Are you have a good relationship?
Yes.
And does she have additional kids outside of this outside of this daughter?
Nope, this is the only child. And I told her I ain't taking no more. have no more till she's ready to take care of them.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna ask. Are you so with the cycle breaking thing, are you guys gonna team up so you can have a build a strong foundation so going forward for her it can be like that with the cycle breaking? I appreciate that. I'm just saying I'm proud of you. I came from a background like that with generational cycles that weren't being broken, so I had to make sure that I stepped up and did the hard work. And I don't, I'm trying to at this point learn how to not hold people. I can hold them accountable, but not hold resentment or bitterness against the elders of mine, because I might not know exactly what they've been through. However, in that past, I would think, oh, they did this on purpose, because they say when you know better, you do better. And sometimes
Yes,
maybe a person may know better, but maybe they don't know how to do better because they didn't have the skills or the tools. So, I'm definitely want to tell you I'm proud
How you
of you
doing? Only got
because,
a second because I'm
oh, sorry, I'm proud of you regardless
Are
of
you
how many
logging in?
seconds we got. Just wanted to let you know
Are you
that I'm
trying
going
to
to be
call
quiet
in?
now.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay. So are you on the list? I apologize.
Got somebody trying to log in.
Yes.
Monica, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I
Thank,
thought he was going to go
thank,
on mute so we can finish talking.
yeah. But I want to tell you, thank you. I appreciate you telling me that, because it gets hard, and sometimes the hardest part is not having people tell you. My spouse tells me all the time, like, I'm so proud of you because we started out doing this together, but then he got sicker with the cancer and everything, so he doesn't do as much as he was doing in the beginning. But it's just the point that I got to step up and do what I got to do. I signed on for this, and I'm trying to do the best that I can do. And then there's days that I have resentments, man. I just want to fight, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But God prepared me. Like, my mom did it for me. She didn't have to, but she did. So of course I'm going to do it for mine. But like you said, the cycle has to change.
Yeah, I think it's a big epidemic in our communities with African Americans that we have so many statistical cycles that are ongoing and it's hard to break. And as people got to get into the process of deprogramming and getting into eliminating outdated beliefs to get caught up to times with these new beliefs, or create our own dynamics and boundaries so we can have a better way. Because I was just telling my grandmother, she was telling me like, oh, well, I grew up like this. I was telling her some hardships that I had and how I felt growing up. And she was like, oh, well, this happened to me and this happened to me. And I'm like, I'm not telling you that so you can tell me a story about you so we can trauma bond. I want to know what eliminated you or what hindered you from taking the extra step for me not to be even have to have the similar story to you. Why didn't you step outside of the box to eliminate me even having a chance of going through that? Were you not equipped education wise? Did you not have that in your nurturing side as a mother? What was it? And I'm glad that she's open to have these raw conversations with me. Since I'm a holistic healing and wellness coach, it's easy for me to understand now that we can talk like adults on an adult to adult basis versus a grandchild to a grandmother. It's nice to see another woman gaining her experience and see where she comes from. And I just think our eras are different, not
Yeah.
errors, but eras. What they
Right.
did in their day is different than our day. The options that they were limited on, we have multiple options that they don't. So I'm trying to reprogram and deprogram that old thought process so I can bring that into the forefront. Like, you know what? I can't keep saying, oh, they this, oh, they that, because they didn't have the same exact option. So I got to give them the benefit of the doubt, just like I'm going to have to going with my son going forward, because he's got additional options that I didn't have during my time.
Exactly.
So me and my mom don't get along. Maybe one day she'll step it up, but I'm not holding any grudges against her, but I'm comfortable in the status that I'm at. I mean, in the mentality that I am, that I'm not seeking out any parental, imagery or idols. I'm good on that front. I'm already an adult. But if she ever gets herself together and comes to me as an adult and responsible, then we can move forward. So I'm definitely proud of you, because at least you stepped up, you doing what it takes, you know what I'm saying, is different than someone that's not. So I just want to let you know I'm proud of you from this little short time that I met you.
Thank you. She got me blushing. I
You're welcome,
appreciate
darling.
I appreciate
Dominica, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So you were saying that if your mom ever comes back, What if your mom comes back and she has nothing to say to you, like why she did what she did? Like, how would you be able to accept her even if she just doesn't want to speak
I mean, she
about
doesn't
like
speak to me now and I see her. You mean like
no
if
no
I'm
no
asking her questions about past?
yeah
I'm at the point that I'm like I was just telling her. I'm not at the point where I'm seeking information anymore because I never got the accurate information when I asked. So unless she comes to me on her own with changed characteristics and say like she wants to bring up the topic and let me know like who my father is or why she didn't want to raise me, that's totally different than me asking and probing. I don't want to probe or chase a ghost because
Right.
every time I've asked these questions, the stories were never accurate, honest, or forthcoming. So I don't want to feel like I need to interrogate somebody. But if she came to me as another, like what's your name, ma'am? I can't see you, Miss Donna. So
Yes.
like Sister Donna, like I just told her, if she came to me as an adult to an adult, as a woman to woman, not a mother to child. I don't need a mother now. I'm old, I'm not looking for that mothering, nurturing side. I got my grandma
Right.
that's been there for me. So I'm gonna stick with that for her. She's been there consistently my whole life. So my granny is the closest thing to a mother. But if she wants to come to me as a woman to woman level or you know what I'm saying, mother to mother level, and talk to me on that type of basis, but not a mother to child level, because I don't think
Right.
she has a lot of work to do. I always had to be the caretaker. So
I
have to be a different dynamic for her to come to me in the responsible manner. I'm not picking up any burdens. I'm not being the care provider. I'm not being Captain Save 'em. It has to be an adult to an adult relationship, which is, hey, how you doing? This, that, maybe she can go ahead and she has to give me some type of an apology, but we don't have to go into, let me dig up your life. That's your life. My experience with you is my experience, my perception. If you don't like it, I can't help you with that, but I only can tell you from my point of view of what I lived, what I've experienced, and that's how I'm going to view it until you give me a different outlook to see. Until then, I can't
Yep.
see it another way. So if she doesn't come to me and address me like that, it'll just be just like me and you, me and Miss Donna. Hey, how you doing? All right, have a good day. I'm gone. That's it. I'm not going to put too much on it because this person's character I already knew in the past. So that means the best apology is change behavior. I will have to see a change in your characteristic to know that you're really a
Okay.
changed person.
Okay. I can relate to all of that. Coming up, a part of me and my mom not getting along is because I didn't know who my dad was. Come to find out, I was playing with cousins growing up. My dad was in and out of their house. Didn't come to see me. I never knew why. Eventually, my mom did tell me who my dad was. I actually met my dad when I was 21, pregnant with my first child. I went to visit him in jail. Um, and as I got older, I was able to have a conversation to where my mom, I see now that she was protecting me, but also it was still my choice because that's still my dad. But the things he was in jail for, what he did, my mom was protecting me, and I understand that I understood that once we had a conversation. So she did take me to meet him. I was 21. She said, "You're grown now. I'm gonna give you these papers. You read them yourself. Make your own decision." I chose not to deal with him. Today, my father is in my life. I don't go to his house. I don't stay overnight at his house or anything like that. He'll come in town and visit. He's been to my house in South Carolina. Um, I think I saw him. He came when my mom passed away. It was the last time I saw him, but we do talk. I am starting to build a better relationship because I also have to realize people change. Whatever his charges were, whatever he did as a crime, that's his stuff to deal with, not mine. And I'm not allowing him to make it my business or my problem. What I'm doing is I'm trying to appreciate him. I was brought up in church. I know some of the Bible. And they said honor thy mother and father. So that's what I'm trying to do. You know, um, and he's my only parent. You know what I mean? I don't. I was having a conversation with my kids, and I was saying, if that man died, I don't even know if I would cry because we've never had the relationship or the bond that I've always wanted. But we're starting to get there. You know, we have some conversations, but I still have a fear about my father. You know, he tried to give me some advice, but he wasn't giving me advice. He was telling me what I needed to do, telling me what to do. And like, dude, I'm 53 years old. It's a little too late for all that. You can suggest some things to me and you can talk to me adult to adult, but that father thing, no, I can't do it. So I totally get where you're coming from about your mom. Um, you know, but I do show respect. You know, I call on Father's Day. I send birthday cards. Actually, this year was the first year my father gave me a birthday gift. So that was big for me. It wasn't that I needed it, it was just the fact that he remembered and he gave me a gift. But it took me back to that little girl wanting her father, needing her father, and he wasn't there.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I'm glad you guys have some type of at least you get some type of answers to your questions. I definitely had to give myself the perspective that maybe something happened too, because that's what I told my granny. Like, I don't know if y'all telling me the truth. Was this lady raped? She had me at 15. Was it a family member? Was it one of your boyfriends? Was it somebody y'all knew? The story sounds crazy. I'm not gonna go into it, but the way that she acts is just crazy. She doesn't want to call me on my birthday. She'll act like she don't see me that day, but then she'll talk to me the day before, the day after. That's why I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but that's something internally with her, But
Exactly.
yeah, and I'm like, but she'll come. We done been in each other's life. It's not like she's been just gone. She's been throughout my life, in and out, in and out. So I see her all the time. We see each other.
Right.
We used to, not now, but back in the day, we used to see each other regularly until I put the brakes on that and said, there's the boundary that I just don't want to keep going back and forth with toxic and unhealthy behavior, because that's a form of abandonment and rejection. And those type of characteristics and stigmas, they go into all avenues of relationships, not just family, intimate. You carry that on with you. So anytime you see a sign of something like that, it's a trigger or a red flag. You reminded of it, goes back to the root cause of that. So it's hard for you
Right.
to move forward and build healthy friendships or relationships, because that's a part of an abandonment and rejection issue. So that's why I said, when Maurice, when you asked me, I don't have time to dwell on that abandonment and rejection. Oh my God, she's gonna be in and out. I won't even be thinking like that. Like right now, I'm not. That's not on my mindset. If I see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't, because I'm healed and I'm at a point in my life where I can't let you come and play like a puppet on the strings. Where my family, they had a lot of emotional manipulation. That if you don't do what I want, I'll ice you out. I won't tell you I love you. I won't hug you until you do what I want you to do. Those are type of things that I see a lot in our communities, especially in the inner city communities, that are ongoing cycles of toxicity that breeds problems. And then you see all these people with messed up relationships that they're in, or situationships, because they have an abandonment or a rejection problem, or they've been used to being ghosted or emotionally manipulated by how they were up, wherever they were brought up at, or whatever type of environments. So, with me doing my coaching, that's one of the things that I really focus on. And that's why I said I don't have no ill will with her. She knows my stance. It is what it is. I'm not here to disrespect you. I ain't got to call you out your name. I don't want to fight you. I just keep it moving. If I walk past you, hey, Hass, or either I might not say anything, but either way, I'm not tearing you down. I don't need to keep bringing up your past, because how is it benefiting me? I only can tell my story to help others that I come across with, to let them know that prayer helped me, and whether your family, it be your traditional family, or it could be someone that that you made into your family. You can get love from anybody. It's not always the traditional people. Don't be yawning when I'm talking like you about to go to sleep. Okay. So, but
We sisters. I gotta get off because I gotta go get the baby together for her medicine and everything. I'm late. I just looked at the clock. But I did want to make sure I join. Maurice, do me a favor, please, and give Mr. Monica my number. I would definitely like to be in touch with you and talk more without telling all my business on this little.
I definitely understand. I got you.
But there is so much, and it's nice to know that I'm not the only one going through the things I'm going through. and like there's somebody else in this world that understands me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to get with you and pick your brain on some things. Maurice, it's been a pleasure. I'm gonna put you on Fridays, but I'm gonna have to juggle some things and get some things situated. Because like I said, I'm up. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning trying to lay down and was back up at 6. You know, just running all day. So when my body shuts down, it shuts down. The fibromyalgia gets the best of me, you know. But I'm gonna try to make this my every Friday ritual because this was nice and very informative for me. I appreciate you inviting me.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks for leaving some hope, encouragement.
How do I get it again?
And we're gonna get you writing again. That's what's gonna happen.
Look,
Can you see it?
it popped up, but then it went away.
You got to click on the chat.
I don't know. See, this is all new stuff to me. The little 3 dots.
Yep.
I got the first 3 numbers.
I don't know.
No,
Maurice
no,
know how to. Oh, it say
I'm
chat
like,
now. Let me think. Maurice got to tell you how to do it. I don't know. Maurice,
yeah.
tell her how to do the chat.
I don't. What are you guys trying to do?
I send her
He was
my
giving
thing.
Oh, click on it. Click. Are you on the computer or are you on your phone?
on my phone.
Oh,
Oh, I
that's
don't know.
why.
I don't
Tell,
know.
Okay,
I'll send. I'll send you guys each other's information.
okay, thank you. Everybody, thank you. I appreciate y'all talking with me and listening to me. Y'all have a good evening, a wonderful weekend, a
you
great
too as
next week
well.
till I see you Friday.
Thank you, Donna.
Love you, man. Maurice, you
Love you
always
too.
know.
Love you too. I'll see you later, Donna. Thank
All
you.
right, bye.
Dr. Jacqueline Smith Crooks, are you on? Think you're on mute. Hey, Dennis, what's up, man? I can't hear you. You gotta let's see where your mute button is at. Click the arrow. Where your mute button is at, click the arrow. And then under where it says microphone, select the microphone. Can you see it?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. How you doing, Dr. Jacqueline?
I'm doing fine, Brother Maurice. How are you and the rest of the community and family tonight?
I'm doing all right.
Hello, I'm not seeing you, but I heard some good spirits coming through the telephone when I tuned in. Can I meet the other people who are here tonight without
Yeah, give me one
interrupting
moment.
too
I'm
much?
trying to get Dennis audio working. Dennis, can you hear me? Okay, mute it now. Unmute it. Can you say speak up? All right, Dominica, Sean, Jerry, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, how are you doing? This is Jerry, and I am also connecting by phone. But yeah, it's nice to hear. It's always nice to have people coming into the community, and I like what you said. You were saying about you were getting some positive vibes from you coming out of your phone.
Very
You know?
positive. I was
Yeah,
hearing
well,
the
welcome.
positivity. Yes. Positivity and power were both coming through. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Carry on, Jerry. Brother Jerry.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm soaking up the vibes, the positive stuff.
Did I miss some commentary from you?
Yeah, Jerry always got something to say.
All right. That sounds like a winner to me.
Yeah, well, when I came into this tonight, the conversation was about the amazing gymnast that we've been hearing a lot about, and I did see I did get a chance to see some of the reels of the routine, the specific routine that she did, that just kind of blew people away, you know. And I think that she's an amazing athlete, an amazing woman. But I was thinking that that the judges basically, the system, I should say, is kind of working its thing so that they really are kind of trying to deny her the props that she really deserves, you know. And I think that's unfortunate. However, I think that that's not unusual I think that as people of color, that sort of thing tends to happen, you know, as we kind of step out and become, you know, the people that we start to realize some of our potential in one way or another, you know, it gets kind of like we get marginalized in some way or another, you know. But so yeah, I think it's all the more important to have communities like this where we can kind of affirm each other's, you know, positivity.
You know, speaking of positivity, I came across something this week. Pharrell Williams to open new network of private schools for low-income families in Virginia. Did anybody else see that this week?
No.
I didn't.
No, but I can believe it.
Yeah, man. I was, I kind of got cussed out for Monique, you know, telling women not to wear bonnets and stuff like that. And my thing was like, listen, if you're not doing anything to really invest in our communities and help people, then you're not in a position to tell people what to do. You know what I'm saying? Or how they should behave or how they should act. Because my thing is this, like, you know what? In this society, right, we're told how we should act, how we should look. You know, if we play the part, we'll get what we want, right? And the reality is that, like, man, there's been so many people playing the part and they don't really get anywhere. You know, do what makes you happy. As long as you're not out there hurting people, you know, do what makes you happy. You know, but if you're like Pharrell, if you're like LeBron, and you're really investing in communities, and I'm talking about, you know, yes, and when you're in the entertainment industry, you know, there's a certain level of philanthropy that you're supposed to do, right? But LeBron and what Pharrell is just committed to doing is above and beyond that philanthropy that they call for. They're really investing in our communities. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, if LeBron said, listen, man, you know, I want to throw this out to you, you know what? I give him the floor. You know what I'm saying? I'll listen to what he has to say. But for people who aren't investing in our lives directly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be like, listen, I respect that you did what works for you, but that's for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just have this thing. I just have this thing against people who, you know, want to point fingers but aren't actually helping other people. You know what I'm saying? I have something it rubs me the wrong way, you know.
Yeah, but like on this platform, wouldn't it be for the people that listen to this podcast, or listen to you, the smaller things like food drives, blood banks, because that's a big influence too, right?
I mean, so I think donating blood. I think donating blood is a good thing to do. Sometimes I wonder if it's getting to
Yep.
the people,
Yep.
the communities that need it the most. And the reason why I say
Yep.
that is because the Red Cross sells their blood, right? They get the
Yep.
donations and then they make money off of it, right? And I'm
Sure.
gonna tell you, like, I can't stand that. It's like the
Well, okay.
goodwill.
Fair enough. But what about like food banks? I do a local food drive every year,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's on the smaller extent. I don't have the money as LeBron to like build a school and all that, but
Oh, but I'm pretty
all of
sure.
us have the potential to like do food drives and other things to help out, library drives,
Oh,
books to help out the community.
absolutely. But I don't want you to miss to miss the point of what I'm saying. It's not about them donating. It's about people like Monique who, I mean, I know she does some things. She goes to jails and prisons and performs and stuff like that. But that's not really an investment. You know what I'm saying? Right? An investment is like LeBron and Pharrell, spending money and so people from low income communities can go to school, right? You know what I'm saying? And my point is that you have people who don't really do much, right? Trying to tell people how they should live versus people who actually go above and beyond what they asked to do as a celebrity and truly invest in communities. I would listen to someone now. Let's go to what
I
you're
would
talking
listen to
about.
you. I would listen to you much more than I would listen to LeBron.
Oh,
LeBron
no, no,
has plenty of assets and plenty of money to do what he wants. But when you don't have that many assets and you have minimal means and you're still pushing the word and you're still doing food drives or whatever it might be or social activism, that goes a little bit deeper for me. Instead of somebody who has
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's for me. It's not really that Pharrell and LeBron has money. I was trying to get at the fact that on one hand you got celebrities who don't actually invest and want to tell us how to behave versus celebrities who really invest. I would listen to them, but I get your point and I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I don't have LeBron money. I don't have Pharrell Williams money, right? You know what I'm saying? But with what I
No,
have,
and I would say you sacrifice more than them in some ways.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But um,
My point,
uh,
my point being is, on the lower ladder, that's where we should really like focus on. We should be looking at for celebrities and very rich people to help us out or for guidance. The things you're doing are very positive.
mhm. I think. Well, so I will say that I would say this to you. I would say this, right? That, like, we need funds. We need funds to invest, right? We do. We need
True.
funds to create businesses that will um
Sure, they had the means to provide that where we don't.
right, right. But because of how LeBron is investing, right? More people from low income communities will rise up and have access to the means to continue to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but
You know what
I
I mean?
would
So,
think
like,
that
this,
I would
like,
think that if more people followed your influence, it'd be more positive than people trying to follow LeBron's influence.
So you raise a point, brother. I
Dennis.
don't recognize the voice.
Dennis.
Benny?
Dennis.
Dennis. I think when we start talking about building capacity, it's critical that the direction, at least some of the direction, come from within. Being appreciative for what LeBron or anybody else brings, in my opinion, should not be as much a determining factor excuse me. Carry out for a minute.
No, I hear what you're saying, Dennis, and I agree with you. I'll tell you this much though, I'd rather have LeBron money and do this, right?
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and continue.
I wish I had LeBron money to give to you.
Oh
or
man,
Oprah,
bro.
or Oprah money.
You know what they would call us, the Dream Team. That's what they would call us.
But I think more gets really done on the grassroots platform, like you are, than it does on the LeBron platform. He gets more recognition, and money's being spent. But I think what you're doing is a little bit more positive than the bigger scope.
You know
what is LeBron doing?
Oh man, LeBron. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you,
He's done a lot.
Oh yeah, I love the fact that LeBron has invested in his friends. Right, the stores that he's had, he's put some of his friends in charge. The friends who designed his shoes from earlier on. He's opened up private schools.
His educational projects are huge. Correct.
Say that again.
His educational projects are pretty big.
Oh yeah. I mean, so many low-income students have benefited from LeBron. He's put so many people into college, you know what I'm saying, and making sure they go to college. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing.
But I mean, what is he doing? How is he doing that?
He's taking his money that he's making from playing basketball and investments, and he's investing into communities.
Same thing as Shaq.
But I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it. What specifically? What do you mean when you say he's investing in the community?
What are you talking about,
I
brother?
believe I believe he's invested in lower income, like high schools and lower income schools in suburban America.
He's
and he's creating a better education system for minorities, and not even just minorities, but anybody of lesser wealth.
Yeah, he has his own schools.
And so what you raised for me, having been involved in community outreach and community development, both in academic settings and in faith-based settings, the question that comes up so often, or has come up so often in the work of my past, is how do we maximize the minimal? How do we make bigger for ourselves, building from within, using the resources outside to do the work that we have decided we need to have done inside. I know what you're doing is your conversation that I came in on was at a point of talking about our people putting down our people rather than figuring out ways to uplift our people. How can we work together to be the ones to make the determination as to where we want to be lifted up and how.
I would say, my personal opinion, get the right people and on the smaller scale, city councils, whoever has the authority to like invest in parks, recreation, after school things. But I'm more on the smaller scale, like what Mo is doing right now.
Can I let me interject, because that's taking the conversation way past where we was going, but we'll answer that real quick, and I want
I don't mind not doing it.
no. Let's answer that real quick, but I want to get back to Simone Biles, and I wanted to get us to writing, but to answer your question, and Dennis, so I don't think going to city council and to the mayor is going to do anything, and this is why, right? The city council and the mayor, they really don't do much other outside of the way of making sure funds that are allotted for city projects are going into the right direction, making sure that the municipalities funded from state, federal funds.
Sure.
There are some things that can be done.
But if you got the right people, they'll allocate those funds in the most positive way.
Right. If but the part that holds us back the most is that we say, oh, we need these people, when in fact, truly, they need us, right? What we need is we need each other, right? If we work together and support each other, we begin to build a certain power, right? So let's say next week we all invited 10 people to this conversation, right? And so that would be 7 people. Since this call started, I think like 10 people have been on. So let's say 10, that'd be 70 people, right? So let's say 70 people come in next Friday, right? And let's say for the rest of the year, we got 70 people on the call. And then the year after, we all committed to inviting 10 more people, right? That's 700 people, right? Imagine the type of sponsorship we'd start getting, right? Imagine the power that begins to bring. You feel what I'm saying? So I think what we need to do is we need to start to understand what our power means, what we can do with that power. I think that there is what we need to do, so that we can then take that power and diversify it and create other things with it. I think that's where we need to go. And then what we'll see is that we'll start having mayors and city council people calling us up and saying, hey, you know what? We want your opinion on certain things, right? And my thing is that I'm not going to go and speak with city councils and mayors. What I will do, though, is have a town hall discussion on the same thing that the mayor and city council wanted, but asking the people what are their needs and what they want. And then I would force the city council and the mayor to listen to the people and ask the city council and mayor, why are you calling me? These are the people that hired you. Why aren't you speaking to them? That's where I think we need to go.
Yeah, if you get the right people involved. I mean, isn't that kind of how Al Sharpton got started?
Well, I think the right people are the people who are coming from and through the civil rights movement of the 60s, and looking back later, the right people, you have like a steering committee, quote unquote, or sort of a quasi so-called leadership group but they can't do diddly without that input and that support and the sense of power that the other people they used to call the masses. That's where the power comes from. When the masses recognize the power that they possess. The meetings we had on a weekly basis that were called mass meetings, and they were not depending on the folks either at City Hall or the white people who had the supremacist attitude seeking to undermine us of the strength. They were not depending on them to give us direction. They were depending on negotiating with them and getting what it was we were after, or at least we thought we were after. When a people can feel their power and start to, like Soul Fighters is saying, they come and have a voice and hear their voice. They hear the opinions that they have. I'm not an expert on organizing. I just have had quite a bit of experience in these 70.
This is why I like the lower platform. When you look at like a Al Sharpton or a Jesse Jackson, they became corrupt, and they're not really representing. That's where I look at more the grassroots, like what Maurice is trying to do, or smaller groups are trying to do.
Bringing in the voices, bringing out the voices, and hearing, because we need money, but we need to decide what it is we need money for.
Yeah.
And we are such a creative people, incredibly creative. Things that we don't think are such great things are things that will move mountains.
Well,
let me tell you, I just want to quickly interject. I'm from Macon, Georgia. That's my home, and I keep in touch with folks. And I was talking with the former mayor, the first Black mayor in Macon the other day, and he was saying that the city of Macon is getting somewhere close to $100 million of funds from the federal government, the COVID money, and $75 million for public schools.
They got a big Air Force base down there.
But wait, they got a lot of politicians.
Yeah.
And so the question was, and I think we can learn lessons from other places. The question is, how will our children, how will our community benefit from this money? And what we're doing, folks who look like me and you, they're onlookers talking about what they, meaning the white folks, are going to do. But nobody's stepping up to the plate to decide, what do we want? What do we see that we need after this year plus of COVID? And our children have been in situations, analyzing our situation. And it doesn't have to be an academic analysis, but seeing what is it that we need. And if we're going to ask, we don't chase the dollars for the sake of chasing the dollars. We chase the dollars to get what it is we need.
Well, some people.
No. I'm saying we as a powerful people. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're right, because we have been redirected to follow the leader and forget that the leader is within us. I'll put a pin there and have somebody else say something.
I'm a.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I'm listening. This is Jerry. I'm
Hey,
listening.
Jerry. Jerry.
Yeah.
You're Caucasian, correct? You're a white guy, right?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not? I'm sorry. I apologize. So I am.
No, people think that of me sometimes. Yeah, 'cause I don't have an accent. I don't have a dialect.
Yeah. Oh.
But no, from what I've been hearing, like, one of the things that I see a need for, or a lack of, I should say, within the Black community is industry. And I'll bring it down to a local level, right? If I wanted to go out and support a Black business in Western Mass, there are some Black businesses, but there's not a lot, I mean, there's really not enough Black businesses where if I wanted to spend my money in my own community with my own people, I really I'd be hard pressed to do that. So that's on a local
Jerry,
level.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
It's not just about supporting Black business, right? The business that you're going to spend your money on, that you work for hard, it's got to be a good business. You're not just going to throw your money at anybody that opens up a shop, right? There's still got to be quality, standards, a good business. It's not that you're just going to support somebody because they open up the doors.
Okay, so now, and that brings it to what I was talking about, industry, right? So to your point, absolutely. If I wanted to go, patronize, a Black business, but when I went there, the customer service was not on par, then that's not a good thing. So when I talk about industry, I'm talking about being able to present ourselves and to take care of our own needs within our community in a way that is on par with what we would expect when we go somewhere else, and even on a larger scale, I guess when you think about it, other than there's like the Johnson Publishing Company in Chicago that I would consider like an industry, a Black industry. But I am hard pressed to think of any other like industries that Black folks have or control or own. Something that people with LeBron's pockets, could be working to establish something on that level. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I think that we're focused on taking care of our immediate needs within our community, which is absolutely legit. That needs to happen.
Well, once again, I would go more grassroots, and that's why I'm really enthralled with Maurice. I think a lot of people think about sports, basketball, hip-hop music, whatever it might be, to make a quick dollar and become rich. But what about like learning a trade, being a plumber, electrician, making a really good living? You can make over $100,000 a year being an electrician or a plumber or HVAC or whatever it might be, and getting those kind of tech jobs involved in the city. Have those dropped off?
Yep. Hello?
Candia, can you hear
No.
me? Candia, can you hear me?
I'm still here.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you
Were you able
now.
to hear me before?
No, I told you. I said I
How
texted
come
you and
nobody
said
said anything? I'm sitting over here talking away and nobody
I
even telling
thought
me
you
that they
was on
couldn't
the
hear me.
phone. They didn't know they on
I
their
can't hear you,
phone.
Candia.
We thought you were listening, maybe, you know?
Click
They
the
on their
mute button
phone.
and then make sure you have the right thing.
For once.
But what about
Check.
But what
Hey
about
Dennis,
skilled,
were you able to hear me
skilled labor,
talking?
skilled trade?
I
Hear me now?
didn't hear you then, but I hear you
Dr.
now.
Jacqueline?
I hear you now. I had not heard you before.
So, Maurice, can you hear me now?
I hear
I
you.
can.
Dominica, you there? You're on mute.
Yep, I'm here.
Hey Blessings, how you doing? You're on mute. Come introduce yourself.
Hey,
Peace, y'all. Was good.
Hey.
Hello. Hey, Maurice. Maurice, are you there?
He's there. We can hear you.
Yeah, so I guess I was just
Dr.
going to
Jacqueline,
close
you
out.
there?
Maurice,
I'm
we
here.
can we can all hear you. I don't think you can hear some
Hey,
of the other
Candia,
people.
can you hear me?
I can hear you
All right,
now.
can you say something so I can
Yeah,
see
now
if
we
I can
can.
hear you?
can you hear me now?
I'm here.
No.
I'm unmuted.
Do you know how to switch your mic? Do you see the mute button?
Hey,
Yeah,
You see the
I
arrow
hear
next to the
Khadija.
mute button? Click the arrow.
uh-huh.
All right, you click the arrow next to the mute button, and you're able to select your internal your microphone.
Now
Maurice,
everybody can hear me but you.
I hear you.
Close out any other applications that might be running that uses the mic.
Somebody
I hear
please
you.
tell them
I've
that
been hearing
everybody
you.
can.
I've been hearing you since you've been saying you. I can't dare. I've been hearing you since you've been talking.
Dominique, can you tell him that everybody can
Essence,
hear
can you
him
say
but
something?
me?
Everybody can hear her except you,
Dominica.
Maurice.
Dominica.
I hear her.
Sorry.
Is it
Yeah,
just
that's
me?
fine.
Dominica. It's okay
Dominica.
though.
I'm gonna get it
Maurice,
together.
Maurice, we all can hear everybody. We can hear
Hold on.
Candea
Maybe
and
it's me.
everybody.
See.
It is me. Hold on.
Yeah, it's you. You want to check the arrow down by your mute button and you can pick them up.
So Maurice was talking. So if those that are on the phone, Maurice was talking into the mic, but I thought he was on his phone. I'm like, Maurice, people can see you moving your lips, and for 20 minutes he goes, "Can you hear me now?"
So, hey, ladies, where are you from?
I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. My name is Kenzie Pink. How you doing?
Wait, were you guys
Good.
having a
My name's
conversation the
Dennis
whole time?
The whole
My name's
time
Dennis
they was
Wysocki. I'm originally from Williamstown, Massachusetts. But that was a long time ago. I'm in Houston, Texas right now.
nice.
H-Town.
Hello.
so you're from the Berkshires originally.
Cool.
I'm originally from the Berkshires, Sherry, but I've been in Houston for a while.
Yo, y'all gotta get it. Y'all gotta get some cameras, man.
They gotta get on the laptop. Yes. Maurice, you're funny.
I'm gonna create a
So,
system
Sherry,
that I'm gonna create
Maurice and I were in high school like 32 years ago.
Hey, why you trying to tell
32 years ago.
why you trying to
Maurice
tell
is
people
from
how
the
old I am?
Berkshires originally, right?
Not trying to show Maurice's age, but it's been a while.
Ain't nothing wrong with honesty. Dennis, go ahead and keep it real.
Hey, Dominica, why don't you get your own show? Hello.
Wow.
I'll have fun on yours instead.
And Maurice, do you consider yourself a leader? Are
Do
you
I
a
consider
leader?
myself a leader?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
A leader of what? A leader of water? A leader of orange juice? A leader of what?
Jerry, everybody's
No,
a leader. You can be a bad leader or a good leader. Everybody's a leader.
My question is, a leader of what? A leader of water? A leader of orange juice? A leader of what?
Of the community, a leader in the community.
Yes. Leadership is also, Jerry, influence. Maurice has influence.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Leadership is
that's
how
I
do
was
you
gonna
utilize
define
your influence?
leadership. Yeah, do you consider that you influence people's opinion, people's actions within the community?
No, not necessarily. I think that
Yeah.
I think that
I think you do.
I think that
I think that you do. I think that you have an impact and influence on people's thoughts and their behaviors in the community in a positive way.
well, God bless
I
you.
agree.
But you don't see yourself
Otherwise,
in that
I
role.
wouldn't
You
be
don't
on
see
here
that.
right now.
You don't see that for yourself.
I mean, on some level, yes. You know what I really want to do though is I want to talk about Simone Biles. You know why? Because she's amazing.
The greatest athlete of all time.
Huh?
The greatest athlete of all time.
Listen. Actually, I don't know about all time because she's got what? She's got
know. She's up there,
7,
dude.
8. She's got 8, and Bill Russell still has 11 rings. So she has
For
to
the
get
sport
12.
she does, for the sport she does, and she's still elite. It's amazing. That sport is normally for like 16, 17-year-olds. Simone Biles is crazy. And she's a Texas girl.
Did we lose Maurice again?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I got my mic on now. I put my mic together. It's a Yeti.
That's a huge mic, you know.
Thank you. It's a Yeti.
Oh, listen, it ain't as beautiful as mine. What? You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one.
First. It's my very first mic I ever had in my life. So
You ain't the only one. Come over here trying to brag and everything. What? I'm gonna brag with you.
So what do you want to say about Simone Biles?
What'd you say?
What do you want to say about Simone Biles? Greatest athlete of all time, correct?
I wouldn't say of all times. I would say in her sport, yes.
It's pretty impressive.
Man, listen. Absolutely. I want to show you guys something. All right. So we're about to take this conversation to a whole other place. And we're gonna see who can last in this conversation. But so Simone Biles, this is June 8, 2021. Simone Biles challenges boyfriend Jonathan Owens to rope climbing race in new documentary series trailer. First of all, I don't even like her anymore because she has a boyfriend. So, but anyway, gymnast versus, and I'm teasing by the way. Gymnast versus NFL player. Simone Biles tells boyfriend Jonathan Owens in the new trailer of her Facebook Watch special, Simone versus herself. Simone Biles is given a glimpse at her life on and off the mat in the Facebook Watch documentaries, Simone versus herself. The Olympic gymnast 24 teaches her boyfriend Jonathan Owens her workout routine in a new trailer for the third installment of Versus series. We're going to do a rope challenge, gymnast versus NFL player. Biles tells him in the clip. She appears to beat the Houston, Texas safety 25 as they race up the ropes to the top of the ceiling of the gymnasium. I had you about 3/4 of the way. I just burnt out, he tells Biles, as she responds with a laugh. The trailer, well, let's see if this is the video, if this shows any of the rope climbing. Okay. Can you guys see the video?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know why I can't hear the audio. Yo, she smoked, dude. She's only 4'8". That's pretty impressive if you ask me. What ropes are you climbing, Candia? I can't hear you. Go back and select your mic. Blessings, what ropes are you climbing?
Hear me?
I climb the ropes of creativity every day. Also,
Man,
I also can't hear Sister Candia. Just for the first time, you're onto something, Maurice, with her mic.
I mean, it's a dope mic, but like, I mean, she wants to brag. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna step up. Can't even use it right.
I got the classic mic.
Where it still works.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My mic sounds nice. Check
Check
one.
one.
So
Check one.
I'm not 4'9", so it kind of hurts, but I always wanted to be a gymnast, but it didn't happen. It's okay. But
How come it didn't
but
happen?
I will make an attempt to try to climb a rope like that. That's not a problem.
Yo, me versus you?
No. I am competitive with myself, thank you, like everybody else is, and I need to know that I can get there. And once I can
Dominica,
get there, then I'll compete with you.
Dominica, what ropes are you climbing?
The ropes of life every day. No matter how many hardships or obstacles come my way, I'm still climbing. Never standing still. Might trip and fall, but I get on up.
Jerry, what ropes are you climbing?
Well, as a metaphor, I'm in the game, right? And so I would say that as a Black man in America, yeah, I think that what I'm doing just by virtue of my being here is on par with the feats that this gymnast is performing.
What? Bro, you just like, is anybody else confused? Am I the only one confused?
No, I
Well,
pretty much got it.
let me break it down. Let me break it down here, all right? So this gymnast is doing amazing things. She's defying what is generally considered possible, literally. And so I guess by way of comparison, I think that what she's doing is a metaphor for for the struggle that we're all engaged in.
Okay. All right.
Although she's getting, I presume and I hope she's getting paid mad bucks to do what she does. Whereas the rest of us, well, most of us, I should say, you know, it's just the daily grind, you know. But I think that that the ropes that she's climbing, the maneuvers that she's executing, I think are, again, are a metaphor for the struggle that we are engaged in and have been engaged in.
I would say it's more dedication, struggle.
For the what?
I would say it's more dedication than a struggle.
Well,
I mean,
dedication.
it's a struggle, obviously, but it's all about dedication. Because
well,
nobody else could ever do
that
that.
implies that she's doing it by choice, that this is something that she's choosing. This is a pursuit that she has chosen to do.
First of all, it ain't never been a struggle for her. This has never been a struggle for her. I read the beginning of her bio. She's been doing this since she was 6, beating out teenage girls that were doing complete routines. She was copying their routines.
But you don't think it's a struggle not to have a regular home life, or getting up at 5 a.m. till 6 p.m. doing all these things? Like,
That
she's
was
getting,
for her.
Poor girl's get up a lot in her life in her younger years to get to this point.
But no, that was her life, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to think about it, right?
But that's the
You gotta
parents'
think about
choice. But but that's the parents' choice, pushing her through all this money, because that's not cheap. All these academies. She's an amazing athlete. I love her, but she's given up a lot. I mean, it's a struggle.
Let's talk about that.
No real senior prom. No high school activities.
I bet you she went to a senior prom.
Really? I bet it was fake. I bet she didn't know anybody in her class.
And you know what? I bet you she's better off for it.
I can't argue that, sir.
Huh?
She is, but for every one of her, there's probably hundreds or much more that are worse off because of that.
I mean, let's think about it, right? Because you're saying that she lost her childhood, right? When people be like, "Oh, these people that are great at what they do lost their childhood," they didn't. They were doing what they were doing in their childhood. They lived their childhood. Like, people have this idea that being a child, right, is doing meaningless things with metal play cars and Barbie dolls and all that stuff, right? When she actually enjoyed doing gymnastics, and so when
we don't know. I could bet you a lot of money that she didn't enjoy it a lot of the time. She did it. I bet she enjoys where she's at now.
I'll bet you she enjoyed it.
I bet she enjoyed some of it, but no, it's a hard grind. I mean, look at the Olympic swimmer. What was his name?
Michael Phelps.
Yeah, exactly. He had a hard life growing up too, because his parents pushed him into stuff and to be an excel athlete. He reaped the benefits afterwards, but it's a hard life. You give up a lot in your prime years to get to this point. Because I guarantee you, like Simone, her parents really chose that. She didn't choose that. She's there now. She's going to reap the benefits, but she lost out on some of her childhood.
How do you know? How do you know she only choose that?
Yeah.
How do you know what?
How do you know
It's-
she didn't choose that? How do you know she's a victim? How do you know she didn't choose to do gymnastics?
I'm not trying to say she's a victim. I'm just saying with gymnastics, you get pushed into it at a very early age, and her parents obviously must have pushed her into that, and it's
So
a
you-
lot of dedication. But
So you
but I'm
don't
certainly
know.
not
You're
saying
kind of
she's a
just
victim.
assuming.
I'm assuming.
So you
of
don't know
course.
she was.
I don't.
Yeah. So there's no
I
basis for
don't know
that
her.
though.
I've never met her.
I think based upon, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just saying this. Um, I'm saying she's enjoying it. Will I
I
say that
think she
she's?
is now. I'm just yeah. All I was saying, I guarantee it. I believe she's enjoying it now. I'm just saying it's hard work, horrible, like huge dedication. I see more about her like story a little bit because living in Texas, they promote it a little bit more. No, she's an incredible athlete. She's incredibly dedicated. But you give up at her age. You give up a lot in life to get to that point. And in 3 or 4 years, she's not going to be able to compete anymore because of that sport.
You
Can
don't
I
know that
can I
she can't
just
compete. Go ahead,
can I
sister.
just say that I'm in the middle of both. Like both sides is an opinion. Nobody knows but her of how she feels. She might be happy and she might not be happy, but for other reasons, we just don't know. It could be anything. So it's just an opinion on both sides.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I would agree with that.
But I love watching her work.
Mm-hmm.
I think that athletes that make it to the top of their sport, most of them have spent their whole life getting to that point. I mean, from a very, very young age. And I think that most people who reach the pinnacle, reach the top of their profession, whether it's sports or whatever, have started at a very, very young age, and they're steeped in what they do. I mean, the Tiger Woods, the Williams
LeBron?
sisters, the
LeBron
Jacksons, in music, and so there's this, they're primed, and they're on a course, and so I think that is something that it's difficult for us, for normal people, so to speak, to really wrap our brains around. But yeah, she may have some emotional issues, but
Jerry,
any of us might have emotional issues. But what role do you find, Marie?
But Jerry, here's the difference. A Tiger Woods could have a 30-year career, correct? LeBron James can have a 25-year career. A gymnastics person like Simone is going to have a 6 to, I mean, if you're incredible, maybe 8, probably not, but maybe 8-year career.
She's in her 8th year right now.
So gymnastics is just.
Well, I disagree with that. I think that in terms of her being an athlete, doing what she's doing as an athlete,
Well, how many other gymnastics?
her years are numbered.
I got to step in. Excuse me, guys. I got to step in here because you guys are not allowing each other to finish each other's thoughts. So please,
Sorry.
if we're gonna have a conversation, let's respect that each other's thoughts. And in that way, what I'm saying is that allow each other to finish before we comment, please. Otherwise, we're only commenting on what we're thinking the other person is saying. Thank you. Jerry, please hold on. And Dennis, can you finish your thoughts so Jerry can appropriately respond? Thank you.
Oh, I was just thinking, a gymnastics person. Simone is like way out of everybody else's league, but normally it's a 6-year window. Go ahead, Jerry.
Okay, yeah, and I agree with that. What I disagree with is that at the end of those years, however many they are, that is not the end of her career. It just it morphs to the next phase of of her mentoring, or of her establishing a school, or still being involved in the sport that she loves, just not as an athlete.
Well, mentally, we don't know. She might have a drop off where she doesn't know how to deal with not being at the pinnacle, right? I mean, that's the problem with sports. When you're at a certain level and all of a sudden it ends, or the floor level just kind of drops off underneath you. We don't know.
Yeah, I know. I agree. We see that a lot with boxers, that retire, as champs, and come back out of retirement. That they don't make it to the next level. They don't finesse the next level of their craft or their field that they're in. And so, yeah, that is absolutely, something that can happen to even the best of athletes, or the best of any, performers, or, yes, I would agree with you on that.
Hey, Jerry, I got a question for you. Can we put Maurice on the hot seat and actually have Maurice, because I haven't heard it before, really explain his fellowship? So can we get Maurice to talk about his fellowship and then go on about that? Because that's big news.
I mean, we could, but will we?
That's up to you, sir. I want you to.
So one
Can
last
you
thing.
leadership? It's big news.
Let me say this one last thing about Simone. Is that I think you guys should really read something about her. Because I really think she enjoys what she's doing.
I think she is too.
I really do.
But I know at that age, everything she's doing is tough. I read a lot in Houston, the sports pages, but much respect.
Absolutely, I agree.
Let's talk about you.
I will say that she does use therapy. She says Simone was told The Guardian even before Pranika's special came out that she also goes to therapy so her past abuse doesn't taint the joy she feels for the sport. See? There were times when I didn't want to set foot in the gym, but am I going to let that keep me from my passion and the goals that I still have? It's just another bump you have to get over, she said. And
This is
et cetera, et cetera.
And that's a great segue for you, sir, because you've been through a firestorm.
All right. Obviously, you want me to talk about it, so let's talk about it.
Let's talk about you. Moving on, please.
All right. So, does anybody have any poetry? That's what I want to know. Anybody got any poetry before I speak? Anybody? Anything new?
I do not.
Jerry, man.
I do not.
Jerry, I'm 1 second away from cussing you out.
Hear you moving to New Hampshire and you talking about this new
No,
endeavor.
I will. I'm gonna go there, but I want to make sure we end this with some poetry. And I'm about to cuss out Jerry because Jerry knows he's supposed to come with something new. So I'm gonna talk a little briefly about me going to New Hampshire, and then we're gonna end with some cultural exchange. All right, so I'm raising money to go to New Hampshire so I can afford my living costs. I got a fellowship for IT. I'll be learning the position of technical service engineer, which basically what we do is we back up data on computers. We clone computers, clone operating systems. We answer tickets and do support for customers. Anything that needs to be done on a computer, we pretty much learn how to do it and make sure it gets done. Now, fine. You want me to talk about? Let's talk about this. How
Hold on.
come I graduated
Wait,
state?
When you
sorry, Maurice.
fellowship, when you finish your fellowship, do you get a job?
It opens up more possibilities for me to. It opens up more possibilities for me to get employment.
All right.
It doesn't mean I
not
necessarily get a job.
somewhere else. Not necessarily New Hampshire, but somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Maurice, you mentioned that you raising. I mean, like, what is it that? How much are you raising, and how is the money sent to you?
So I'm raising right now. I'm currently raising money on Cash App. $, Poet Soul Fighter. Money can be sent to me there. So,
How much are you raising?
I'm trying to raise $6,000. So I can live in a decent place. But not only that, like New Hampshire's rent is high this time of year because they have a lot of tourism and stuff like that. So I've seen a decent one room apartment is anywhere from $1,400 to $2,000 a month. And so the program that's sending me, and now let's talk about that. So the program that's sending me is Mass Rehab. I went through the Cisco Certified Cyber Ops Associates program. I did very well in that. I learned. I've started taking the course for IoT, Internet of Things. I almost got done, but it's hard for me to read. So what it takes for the normal reader takes me like 6 to 10 times that much time, because I have to keep going back reading and reading and reading over and stuff like that. Because of the trauma that I've experienced and what goes on in my thought process. Also, the constant ringing in my ear also has an impact. And so it's that much harder, especially after read and it's quiet and there's this in my head, you know what I'm saying? So, um, uh, I finished my computer system engineering degree in 2006 at Springfield Technical Community College. I wasn't able to get a job in this area of Massachusetts, no matter where I applied. Uh, I went to Westfield State University for my computer information systems degree. I addressed a lot of racism on that campus. Well, a professor, uh, when I asked a question, she put her hand up in my face like this. And I was like, "Are you serious?" And I addressed that. And then she sent me email saying that she felt threatened by me. So I took that to deans and stuff like that, asking for support. I couldn't get any support from anyone, and there was different issues that I addressed. So after she said she felt threatened, I got really scared. I left campus till I was able to reach the NAACP. And I called the American Friends Service Committee. I called many different organizations that basically stated there was nothing that they could do. All the organizations who somehow weirdly find it within their capacity to stand up when a black man is shot by a cop couldn't do anything for me when I was facing racism at this organization. What I find really oddly, incredibly ironic and weird is that I'm 48 years old and you guys know that New Hampshire, Trump won New Hampshire, right? But yet I'm able to find a job in a fucking state that voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump. What the hell is going on? Where Massachusetts, which is usually democratically ran, didn't give a damn about what I was going through at school. And, you know, anyway, it's just,
So
anyway.
the rent, the
Hold on, Jerry.
the price.
Hold on, Jerry. You can't hear the emotion in my voice? You
I
can't play
can.
to you? Okay, so play to that, Jerry. Don't just ask me questions. You want to hear Jerry? Like, care about me, Jerry. Go ahead, Jerry. What do you want? What do you want to say, Jerry?
What I was going to say is that the price that you were saying for a one-bedroom apartment in New Hampshire sounds like that's kind of like in the that's like in southern New Hampshire.
It's in Claremont. I don't know if that's southern New Hampshire or not, but it's in Claremont, New Hampshire.
Okay, yeah, because that sounds like that sounds like a high rent area.
So I found the place for like $600 or $700, but I think it's a dump. I haven't seen it yet, but looking at the prices that I looked at, and I was kind of desperate, so I was gonna go there, you know, but I might be able to, I might get some more support. So and I'm gonna go there, man, and I'm gonna do the best that I can. I don't care what the political ideology is. I'm gonna go there and do what I need to do, and I'm gonna do um 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 I'm gonna just do what I need to do to come out more educated, more skilled, um and very well employed.
How long is the fellowship for?
3 months. July, August, and September. So Jerry, you said you're 70, right?
I said I was 74.
74. I know how stingy you are, Jerry, so I know you got some cash stored away. So I'm wondering if I can borrow $6,000, bro.
Well, here's the thing. Right?
Yeah.
So I am in recovery. I'm clean and sober, but I was out there, so to speak, for like 20 years. And so I've done 20 years worth of, I spent that much time digging myself into a financial hole that in my recovery, even though I have double-digit years of recovery, yeah, I'm still digging myself out of that.
Jerry, you know that's not what I wanted to hear, right?
I know it's not what you want to hear.
I wanted to hear yes. No, I'm glad you got how many years of recovery you got, Jerry?
July 1st, 2006 is my sobriety date.
Impressive.
That doesn't even tell me how many years you got, bro.
Well, you got to do, if you can do the math, it would.
2021 to 2006. So 2006, 2020. That would be 14,
Impressive.
that would be 14. Wait, was it 15 years?
21 minus 6, 15.
Congratulations, bro.
Congrats, Jerry. Jerry.
Congratulations,
So,
Jerry.
I'm no different. I'm no different than a lot of other folks on this call that have, that have emerged from the other side of, of addiction and of cycles and all of that stuff.
You are. I mean, you're a great writer. You're a great thinker. You're the oldest one on the call, so that makes you an elder. So that means that, many situations we refer to you.
Well, let me interrupt you. That brings us back to a question I was asking you earlier about how you see yourself as a leader, or whether you see yourself as a leader or someone in a position of where people look to you for advice and to shape their ideas or their behaviors. And you said that you didn't see yourself in that role. I think that you are. I think that you are absolutely in that role. The work that you do in Holyoke, in particular, the work that you've done over the last 20 years throughout the Pioneer Valley or the Connecticut River Valley, and so so I think that you shortchange yourself, or maybe you're just modest, but you are someone that people take a lead from,
I'll tell you this: if I can get everybody to stop right now and write a poem for 5 minutes and recite it, then I'll agree with you.
Oh boy.
Okay, here's what I don't know if that's possible, but what I know that you could do.
Wait, Jerry. Of course, it's possible. It's 10:42. That'll bring us to 10:47. All right, guys. So here's what we're gonna write about. And I'm gonna choose something totally ridiculous, and we're all gonna write about it to make each other laugh, right?
Hello?
I'm thinking of a topic. Gee,
Hurry up.
man, you guys are a hard crowd. You know that?
We are.
Matter of fact, Candia is the oldest female, so she's the oldest elder.
Hurry up.
Oh my God.
Who keeps saying hurry up?
Excuse me?
Who keeps saying hurry up?
Get it.
Right. So what's the topic? Old women? That's what the topic is?
All right, so
Oh, what you saying? No.
said,
How about everybody write a
Candia
song?
said the topic will be old women.
No, the topic
So
will
the topic is
writing me
old
a
women.
song, singing me a song.
Ain't nobody
in
on
your
here
own
old.
version for my birthday. How about that?
Happy birthday.
It's Sunday, but I was
Wait a minute,
young.
Candia. Remember when you was
Your birthday's
telling
this
me when you was asking me if I was gonna go to the birthday cookout? Was that today?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Oh yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. Today's Friday.
Are you over with the topic or not?
He doesn't have a topic. That's what the topic is going to be about.
I was thinking about a topic, but freaking.
Hesitating.
Hi, Sean.
They just don't do it.
What's going on, Candia? How you doing?
Okay, I got a topic.
I thought you were going to say the topic was going to be about that gymnast.
No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Actually, you know what? We'll go there. Let's make it.
Or no.
The topic will be In fact, it's right here. Hold up.
What is it?
We need a drum roll here.
I got my own poem.
So we're writing poems. What's the Dominica, you may know this. When you bounce on the mat and you come up, what are those called?
A trampoline. Go
For
ahead.
5,000, Alex.
Trampoline? You bounce
What
up.
is no?
No, it's not. It's not on the trampoline. It's on the mat.
Still bounce
A
back.
pop-up? I don't know, but I already got my poem written. You asked earlier, did anybody have a poem? I said yeah. But so my poem is written. It's not about pop-ups. I'm going to be quiet.
No, that was for that poem.
You know what?
This is the one that we're all writing. So why don't you go ahead and say your poem right now, Dominica, if you like. Would you like that?
About
No,
what?
I'm probably going to get out here because it's almost 11 o'clock.
Yes. Can you say your poem, please?
Please.
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 Please. I can't go no higher.
I'm done with y'all.
With sugar on top.
Impressive.
With raw honey on
Cherry
top.
on top.
Raw honey.
Whipped cream.
Not right.
Dark chocolate.
Pretty please. Sugar lamb dumpling tips.
All right, stop the madness. I'm going to say this little quick piece.
Thank you.
Just this little quick piece. It's called Ongoing. It's the name of my poem for the week. Let me see. Make sure ain't no cuss words in here, okay? It says, it's called Ongoing. When I was 15 years old, a pregnant girl, they all counted me out. I knew right away from these lanes I had to go, and the only way was to fully reroute. Because in the end, I knew the tables would turn and their karma would be no doubt. But life, it hit me hard. Multiple challenges came about. Which way would I go? Would I give up or would I push it out? Nobody was on my side and I wasn't about to die, so I had to ride. Stumbles and failures had me embarrassed plenty of time. Tremendously hurt, but it bruised my ego and pride. But I kept it pushing as I knew I was destined to shine. I felt a fire within my soul. Nothing I tried ever made me feel whole. No people I ever met ever consoled. Realizing from birth I had broke the mold. Most were plated, but I'm solid gold. Most bend, but baby, I don't fold. Watch so many lies others have told, but me, I conquered it and it always showed. Their jealousy and envy was oozing, and the enemies begged for them bruises. I tried to get away, but the demons wanted me to stay. God told me to grip your blade and go straight for the slay, and watch them burdens and the trauma fall and lay. But be continuous in the way that you pray. No matter what, don't go too far nor too astray. Keep your eyes and ears wide open as the enemy is preying on you and steadily lurking. He'll use those who claim to love you definitely for certain. And watch the actions because words be perfect. Never trust in the soul as I watch my life unfold. I doubted the age of 18, yet I made it to 40 years old. And there's more to the story that I am told. More magic waiting to be explored and definitely showed. As I enjoy and take off a load while I keep stepping in advancement on a many different road. And that's it.
That's
I
some more
like
Wu
that.
Tang stuff right there. That's peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Peace.
You said to
Yes.
grab your
America
blade and go
killed
straight for
it,
the what?
yo.
Thank you.
That's exactly why I wasn't gonna have you read it when we was talking about whatever we vote. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you ain't doing that to me. All right, y'all. I got the topic. The topic is called judges. And the reason why I'm calling it judges is because Simone was so good. I guess they call them figs. Um, they were trying to deduct their points and stuff for being so good. And so I'm pretty sure that many of us in life have been judged and treated unfairly. People trying to create roadblocks. And so the topic, now here's the important part, is that we overcome, we keep pushing. The topic is called judges. You
All right.
have 7 minutes starting now. Let's go. Blessings. You got a instrumental?
I can dig some out. Give me a second.
Yo, Maurice, what was the topic again?
Judges.
Judges. Okay.
And just so you guys know that June 19th, we will be doing a Juneteenth event. I'm working on putting the finishing touches on it this week. So yeah.
Will that be at? Same time?
Yeah. Because we're gonna do our regular Friday night event. And then that Saturday, Juneteenth, we're gonna do our Juneteenth event. Go ahead, Divine. Blessings. Did you change it? If you go to mute, did you change it to the
Let me handle this business, Maurice. I gotta think. We got 7 minutes.
put your computer on mute? Or silence. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. This ain't Zoom. I got to change. I'm gonna play it real quick.
Yeah. So I grabbed the microphone and I rolled on. Grab the microphone and I go on. What? I hear the beat, yo, bouncing around in my head. And then I do a freestyle instead. Yeah, I wanna write on judges like those that judging me. And I'm like, yo, why you pushing me? Trying to push me over the edge, over the cliff. Come on, son. Yo, I begin to riff. Cause I wanna fight back. I gotta struggle to make it. With all this toxicity, I refuse to take it. Here is how I shape it. Yeah, I keep on pushing. Step by step.
There's a train coming. Don't need no baggage. Just get on board. All we need is asphalt. There ain't no asphalt. There ain't no asphalt. There ain't no asphalt. There ain't no,
If y'all want something more chill, or more reflective, or whatever, let me know. I'm just playing whatever's popping up first.
was you keeping a timer? Like,
All right, Candia said time's up. When Candia's head starts nodding, you know time is up. Hey, Candia, you want to go first in case you start nodding off?
okay. You know I'm not a poet, so here we go. All right. Life is crazy with all this stuff, strolling up and down these streets calling your bluff. Who are you to look at me as if I was not meant to be? You really think your opinion is top when I know I will never flop? It is only one judge that I depend on. So you judges, keep it up with your low and weak esteem, cause you already know I am a queen. There you go.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Hot mess. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Candia. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Dominica,
you,
did you write anything
everybody.
new?
I'm going last. Thanks.
I'll be going last, so you go next to last.
Okay, got
Uh,
you. Sorry. Now running your show. Sorry.
Go ahead, Queen. Go ahead, Queen.
Sean,
Thank you,
Sean.
everybody.
Oh, wait, are you reading Dominica?
That wasn't Dominica, that was caller 4.
Who's caller 4?
I don't know. Didn't you write it all down?
No, caller 4? Is that Dr. Jacqueline?
I don't know.
Dr.
That's why I
Jacqueline is still
decided.
with us.
Yes, that was the call. That was it.
Dr. Jacqueline is the
Stimulating
elder.
Yes, yes. Is that what it says, elder, on there?
No, I was just making people aware.
Oh. I really thank everybody for this group. I'm not sure which language, technology language. I thank you very much for your energy, for your power, for your ideas, your steadiness and steadfastness. I appreciate you, and I tend to be very expressive and sometimes long-winded. My brother has said to me, but you tolerated that, and I appreciate that too. More than anything, what I appreciate, you're going deep inside yourselves and coming out with ideas and being clear about what it is you think and standing on it while respecting other people. It's a good process that you use. For me, it's a good process. So I say thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jacqueline. Dr. Jacqueline, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm from. Do we have a finite period of time, as my grandson used to say?
30 seconds.
I'm from Macon. I'm originally from Macon, Georgia. I've lived in a lot of different places and different socio-economic circumstances. I grew up in Macon and went to the Midwest. I got a scholarship to undergraduate school with a background gathering there in sociology, psychology. My experiences have gone from urban Georgia to rural Tennessee and Virginia, the Appalachian community. And I came up here back in '78 to get my doctorate at UMass in humanistic psychological education. Then went to live in New Orleans, worked at Dillard University, and left Dillard and went to New York State Ed Department from New York State Ed Department. I went back to Georgia. I studied theology. I have a strong interest in mind, body, spirit healing. And I do spiritual coaching or spiritual direction. And I'm an ordained minister. I do interfaith work, have done a lot of my professional work in higher education. My last stop was at Harvard Medical School doing community outreach prior to coming back here, and I am retired and do spiritual direction and research. And I have two grandsons and one granddaughter. And I have, of course, a daughter, and I have a son who's in Philadelphia, he and his wife. And I'm still tied in ways to my hometown, Macon, Georgia, because I have lots of hope for my people. I believe that young people, given what it is, the resources, the tools, and the opening, they can make things happen in the world. Take up the mantle from us and move forward. And it began to peak during this Black Lives Matter movement. I came through the civil rights movement of the 60s, late 50s and early 60s, and we got comfortable, but we have lots of work to do so that we don't have to keep repeating over and over again what it is we need before we move to our place of liberation. And it's clear that some folks are on the move in this circle to make some things happen.
Thank you. I've known Dr. Jacqueline for over 10 years. We've done some work together. I've had her on panels in the past, and so I'm honored for her to be here tonight. Sean, did you write anything?
Yeah, I wrote something.
Let's get it.
All right, let's do it. Judges. Why judge? Who judge? What judge? What the? What judge? I judge you. You judge me. We judge each other. Without each other. Without knowing. Even though we have one thing that makes us whole. Inside our souls. Outside our skin. We're human. So why do we judge? That's it.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah.
Thank you.
I know, for Sean. I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's all
I'm
good.
trying to stay awake.
Trust me, same here.
Get it, Sean. Dennis.
I got nothing.
Dennis, you got to come up with something, bruh.
The only thing I got is, what is integrity? So integrity is doing the right thing when nobody else is watching, which goes in hand with that.
Thank you, sir.
I agree
Jerry?
with you, definitely.
Yay.
I got mine ready.
Thank you, Dennis. Jerry?
Yep.
Jerry's waking up. What you got, Jerry?
I got a short piece. I don't know if you said judges or judgment. So I kind of incorporated it in bold. Yeah, so this piece I call Judgment. They wore white wigs, the powers that be. but the verdict handed up from the people, but the verdict was handed up from the people. Juries of peers who, like the bigwigs, were tethered and bound. If you weren't blinded by the eclipse, you could see the strings of the masters manipulating the marionettes. The conclusions are foregone. The judges who preside will themselves come to be judged. And that's what I got.
All right, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry.
Alrighty then.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Blessings.
Come back to me in 1 minute. TY.
Man, you can't ask me to come back to you.
Dominique
I'm
said she's
ready
ready.
now.
I didn't ask a question.
All right,
Answer.
Dominica.
Okay, mine is called Judges. He blew me with that one. I loved it. Okay, mine is called Judges. Sorry. It says, so many times we do our best to be judged by others, but what really qualifies them to give us a grade or a number? If it's their degrees and reputations, what if they were only a C student or did 4 years on academic probation? I don't worry nor care about another human's opinion if I'm a winner, if I win or not. Most humans live by societal rules like a living robot. No matter how good or better you are, it's a continuous forced competition to keep you seemingly subpar. Only God can judge me whether I win or fail. He reveals my true wins. It's only between us. And if you are not spiritual by looking, you can never tell. That's mine.
Okay. Okay.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Peace. Yes. That minute is up. No.
Thank you, Dominica.
You're welcome.
Blessings.
Well, here's what I got so far, since I spent like half the time trying to find beats. That's all right. I ain't got no title to this one. I just put judges, since that's what we was given. False judges like false prophets, grudges and watchmen, stuck in a box when it comes to their doctrine. No real authority over me, but the ego that flows with greed. You know they seek what is bestowed to the holy seed. No blind eye turn, but rise with anger when those they despise return to heights we can learned. Can't block the shine, the optic spy, a microscopic design, rocket and multiply, magnetized. I would freestyle off of that, but for the sake of time.
All right, then.
Wow.
Go ahead. You can freestyle. Go ahead. Let it rip.
Let it rip, kind of like how my aesthetic drips coming from the third eye. Watch it. You know, my wife just walked in the room. Hello, wife. I'm married, y'all.
I like how it started though. I like it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now, let's see. False judges like false prophets, grudges and watchmen stuck in a box when it comes to their doctrine. No real authority over me, but the ego that flows with greed. You know they seek what is bestowed to the holy seed. No blind eye turn, but rise with anger when those they despise return to heights we can learn. Can't block the shine, the optic spy, a microscopic design, rocket and multiply. Magnetized by our lives that we've been spending and living, and everything we've been going through. It's been hard to give in, but we still rise despite everything they've thrown up against in our lives. Shook up like Sprite, yet we oxidized through our troubled times to keep it going. We rise and multiply. I'm sorry, I thought you were trying to talk to me. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And maybe
Yes.
when we play some beats off freestyle.
I like that. Like that.
Right. Thank you. That was inspired by Inspector Deck of Wu-Tang Clan. Because his internal rhyme schemes are crazy.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Blessings. Did I get everybody? Sean Dominica, Dr. Jacqueline, Jerry, Dennis, Blessings, Candia. Did Candia go?
She was first.
Okay. Sean went. Who's caller two? Jerry. Who's caller three?
It's a
Wait,
free
what?
mathematics.
I was
Who's
calling
call?
3, I believe.
No, you're caller two, Jerry. All right. Well, I
Am
guess it's
I
my turn.
calling 3?
No, you're caller four.
Oh, okay.
So why we got to be reduced to numbers, man? Why can't we have a name, you know?
Because you refuse to put a name in when you call in. It's not my fault. You did it to yourself, sir.
You could assign us names, man, you know?
No, you gotta do that. All right, so
So I
this
can't
one is
blame you.
called.
So I can't blame you then.
No, sir.
I have
This
to
one
take
is.
personal responsibility. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
I don't know nothing about that, man.
Can I read my poem, sir?
What's the title of it?
Judges. It depends on the why and the harshness. I'm not beyond recourse. I'm not beyond reproach. But toxicity, I'll divorce quick, like Velcro coming undone, marching to the beat of my drum. I admit I'm burning out. I clench fists and shout, Lord, I failed. Lord, I'm filled with doubts. My hope almost empty. Now I see the light through the crack. I want to throw this opportunity back. Don't know if I have the stamina reaching the end of my life cycle. It's like I finally got a solo in a recital and the sound won't come out. But I'm representing, not dissenting, never relenting is my final notion. I can't control the motion of others, only mine. I bounce back every time like Simone, using her motivation, dominating and encouraging those around her. I climb these ropes as each fire burns beneath me. I reach the top, slide down, putting out the flame with my palms. Reach the ground where each draw stops. They can judge my awesomeness. Thank you.
Nice.
That was actually pretty nice.
Smooth. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anything?
it
I
was
have
it
a
was much smoother than their usual man.
What made it more smoother?
Well, it didn't have. It kind of had a flow, more of a flow. Yeah, it didn't sound. It sounded there was like the anger, there was the rage there, but it was very much corralled and managed. You know, it was a very disciplined piece. But still, the message was there, you know.
Thank you.
So I guess what I'm saying, man, is that it was, yeah, it wasn't. It was, yeah, it was more sophisticated, man. It had more sophisticated sound and feel to it, man. You know, and yeah, I like that.
Dennis.
No, I agree with Jerry. More disciplined, nice flow.
Thank you. All right, y'all. It is 11:20.
I got a critique.
Go ahead, Blessings.
My critique is I think you should do it again.
All right. Judges. It depends on the why and the harshness. I'm not beyond recourse, reproach, but toxicity I'll divorce. Quick like Velcro coming undone, marching to the beat of my own drum. I admit I'm burning out. I clench my fist and shout, Lord, I'm filled with doubt. My hope almost empty. Now I see the light through the crack. I want to throw the opportunity back. Don't know if I have the stamina reaching the end of my life cycle. It's like finally got a solo and a recital and the sound won't come. But I'm representing. I'm not dissenting, never relenting. It's my final notion. I can't control their motion, only mine. I bounce back every time, like Simone using her motivation, dominating and encouraging those around her. I climb these ropes as each fire burns beneath me. I reach the top, slide down, putting out the flames with my palms, reaching the ground where each jaw stops. They can't help but judge my awesomeness.
Right now, I see what they were saying that was more mature. That was more. It wasn't as much passion rage like I'm often used to from you. It was more like I've hit a level of maturity where it's like I can take that pain and I'm utilizing more of it now for different means than just I'm kind of living in it, or I'm kind of expressing it, or I'm kind of getting it off me. So it's more like I'm taking the lessons that I learned from that, and now I'm utilizing them now. And look out, because what's gonna come, it might not look like a butt whooping, but it looks like it'll get your butt whooped in a different kind of a way. Because I'm coming more intellectual. I'm coming more like set my hands up like this. I'm gonna come at you like slick talking, doing my thing. So it had a level of that was peace. It was certainly artistic evolution since the last time I heard you. Nothing wrong with the passion though, from older stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, very well put, well done. I like that critique. Hey, so question: what's going to happen to Poetic Recovery when you're in New Hampshire? Are you going to be doing it from there, or are we going to be? You going to kick us to the curb, or what, man?
Nah, I'm gonna be doing it from there.
When are you going to do Poetic Recovery live, man?
We're doing it live right now.
Where are you right now?
I'm in the basement of my house. Well, technically my friend's house.
Are you alone?
He's not right.
Do you see anybody else in here with me? Hello, anybody else here?
Maurice, he's on the phone, isn't he?
No, he's asking me questions.
But I say he's on the phone. How is he going to see you?
He on the phone. They ain't got no video, just audio.
Maurice been picking on everybody that's on audio only. They don't have visual.
They've been on audio
But I
only
think the
for
question
like
is,
10,000 years.
when are you going to be on live? Meaning going into the place, right? That's what you're asking.
Being in person,
Yeah,
they talking
we
about
have to
in
sit down with
person.
you in the same room and do that.
Oh,
Maurice got jokes for days and not listening.
nah, man, because no, listen, we're on camera, right? We're video, right? We're streaming, right? So normally when people say live, they mean like when you're going on Facebook Live, and we are live, so that's what I thought he meant. Next year.
All right.
I don't
Fair
know if
enough.
you guys don't. I don't know if you guys don't know, but like, COVID cases are rising back up.
Okay.
That's that new strain that's coming out of England, I think.
I think that's a mature answer. for next year. I think that's a mature answer.
Okay, I can roll with that.
I'm doing it because I care about you guys.
Thank you.
Well, I think we're going to be on this COVID roller coaster for a couple of years.
Yeah,
And
that
then,
sounds about
and then
right.
the next thing will be around by then.
No, they wait every 10 to 20 years.
Well, hopefully we'll all start learning about microbes and these bacterias and stuff like that. We'll learn about blood, and we'll know how to help each other and defeat this, so we can depend on each other. So anyway, I love
I
y'all.
have a
Thank y'all.
guru for you if you want to speak to him.
You have a what?
A guru. Guru. Say the word. Guru.
Is that where you got your Yeti? Is that where you got your Yeti from?
I got my Yeti from the People Network. I got
Didn't
it
you
on
get
the
it from,
brand. Thank you.
didn't get it from the guru?
Wait. A guru.
Did you get it from a guru? Yeah.
No, I didn't get it from the guru.
I got
No,
y'all right
I
now.
didn't. I didn't get it. Oh,
Yeah. Y'all ready for our jam
oh,
session
yeah.
as we sing good night?
Good night.
Dominica,
Sweet
Sean,
night.
Dennis, Jerry,
Enjoy your evening
Dr. Jacqueline.
till morning. When the sunrise, give thanks
Have a good
and
night.
enjoy the rest of your night.
Good night, everybody.
Have a beautiful
Good
night.
night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Sean,
Good night.
keep your head up. Don't
Sweet
for yourself.
Oh,
Be strong. We're going to keep rocking on, and the blessings will be divine. Diggity, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep on rocking and you don't stop.
Good
Keep on rocking and you don't stop.
Good night.
Sweet dreams, sweet dreams. Don't let the bed bugs
Good
bite.
night.
Put up a fight. We're going to see the light. Flying high as a kite.
Peace and
You keep it tight.
blessings. Peace and blessings. Many blessings, many blessings. Good night, all.
I never have stage fright.
I'm done with you.
Oh, come here. Check it out. They told me I couldn't. They said I shouldn't. But then I thought to myself, and I thought I could. I didn't know how, just one step in front of the other. I asked another brother, how could I?
Many
He
blessings.
said,
Many
try
blessings.
something. I asked my sister, she said, keep pumping. Then I said, I'm gonna do something. I put it on the paper and I said it at an open mic. Somebody pulled me aside and said, yo, you're gonna reach mad heights. Keep on rocking and never get bent. And yo, check it out, I'm going to get the funky dividends. Yo, some call me a demon, some call me a devil. But truly, I'm just a rebel. I'm not in disguise, yo. I'm here, no mask. This is my face. I can never be erased. Yo, we here. Yo, check it out, yo, with the own pace, huh? Nah, yo, y'all. Have a good night. Take it easy. Take care of yourself.
Sweet night. Good night.
Good night, Candia. Chess Kings. Giving people in the community wings to fly. Leave the nest. Ooh. Yeah. Gonna be the best.
Giving people wings to fly, keep it mind high toward the sky. No need to ask me why. You know I'ma keep it going and steady flowing when it comes to uplifting the people. You better know better than putting your worth lower than dirt. We're gonna keep uplifting each other even when it hurts. That's what it means to truly be in the community. You and me doing better things. That's just the basics. 1+1 = 2. So let me tell y'all what we gonna do. We're gonna do the basic math, bring it right on back to us, helping each other, a village in fact. And that's just the beginning of how we about to be winning everything. Me and Maurice Soul Fighter, we about to get it. Getting it in and doing the thing and healing people from all the slave post-traumatic stress disorder and adrenaline coming through, and we about to keep it going. For sure, we steady flowing the weeds, about to be rocking easily through the fiber optics, doing it for sure. It's always hot when I drop it, harder, more impact than the drop kick. That's just the basics, doing the thing for sure. We about to uplift people through different places. 1, 2.
Word, word, word. Different places, different cases, different mazes. I'ma find a way out. I'ma create the exit that forgot to make my own. Yo,
That one
I'm
had to
hardly
go up.
known. Hey man, thanks for the beats. Hey yo, man, I need some beats, bro. You heard?
You want that one I just played?
Yeah. Did you make that other one though, bro? The first one you played? Did you?
Everything I played, I made.
Yo, that first beat, bro. I want it. But yo, man, I need some.
Let me
I need
double
some
check.
beats. I need some beats, bro. I want to start practicing, bro, because I want to get back on stage. I want to be ready for next year.
Are you talking about this one?
Yeah. Yeah. Hit. Yo, let that
Yeah,
play,
there
bro,
ain't
real
no
quick.
quality, coming through this, but the actual thing got beautiful bass.
Can you let that play real quick? Hit. Yo, here I come. Hit. Here I come, huh? Yeah, a foster child, orphan to orbiter. Yeah, now they know it's me. Hey, yo, they be like, can you rock for free? And I be like, maybe, huh? So I pretend like I got a microphone and I let the words flow. Spit's going everywhere. People pulling out umbrellas. And I'd be like, what's up, fellas? Can we get it? Can we get it? Yo, grab the microphone. Yo, this brother spitting. And I was like, yo, who can get with it? People raise their hands and they say, yo, I can. Yo, and I'm like, yo, I want to be your man. The one to give you messages to keep you going. To encourage you to never give up. Even though we feel like it sometimes, we just gotta lift each other up. 1, 2, check, you 1, 2, yo. We got to keep on doing what we got to get it what. And yo, this flow is designed, yo, to keep you going, yo, to motivate you, yeah, to a higher level, yo. They call me the devil, they call me the rebel, but in the end, yo, I'm just a brother trying to keep it going. Yo, I'm just a brother just playing around in the snow when it's snowing, making angels, yo, making the best of a crazy moment. Come on, man, yeah, I'm on it, I'm always on it. Yo, I keep going and going and going and going, never stopping. Yo, I keep going on like the beat this on Blessings Divine. Yo, how come it speeds up? How come it speeds up?
It doesn't. It might just be the connection,
Yeah,
the
that's
internet
what it might
connection.
be. That's what it might be.
I was like actually surprised that one of the songs I was playing, you were actually rapping on beat because latency and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, bro, I'm Boston ready to head out, man. Y'all appreciate you coming through. Hey, man, when you gonna get on the Hip Hop Congress and Urban Planning, bro? Because I know you're doing a lot, but you're not posting anything to the group about the urban planning and stuff like that.
I was waiting for us to we're dropping, like, we're quote unquote officially opening like our services on Juneteenth, so that's when I'm gonna start doing all that. Cause
All right,
now I actually have something to say.
can you put something up there letting people know that, you know what I'm saying, you guys gonna start your services? And when you doing your services on Juneteenth, Are you guys doing a specific event? And if not, can you stream live into our Juneteenth event?
Let me just. I forgot what date that is. June.
June
Oh, it's a
19th.
Saturday. That's a Saturday. So probably not, cause I work on Saturdays. Like I work both my jobs on Saturdays. So
Okay.
unless it's like early in the morning.
Nah. All right, bro. Man, yo, let's rock this, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Let me get a couple beats, man, so I can, record some stuff, man. I want to throw some stuff down. You know what I'm
But
saying? You know.
I'm gonna do that as soon as we get off this call, so I don't forget.
All right. Yo, and send me a track that you recorded, bro, that I can make a video to.
Any track?
Yeah, I'm gonna take some footage from places and stuff like that, and just like, go out and shoot some stuff, you know what I mean? Just so I can, like, just do my own interpretation of the track, you know what I'm saying, in the video.
But
Yo, much love to you, man.
yes, sir. And
Keep your head
whoever
up,
gonna
man.
use it for is
Yo, send blessings to your moms for me, bro.
will do.
All right.
Oh, you found out who that was, huh? Oh my god, y'all two was on site. And I'm like, listen, y'all. And she was like, yo, he down here lecturing me right now. And I was.
Yo. Yo,
Yo, peace, family.
you too, bro. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight to what turned out to be a very special and beautiful poetic recovery. We had Dr. Jacqueline Smith Crooks tune in tonight, and normally I have this thing where I don't really care about a person's you know, stature, but Dr. Jacqueline has definitely put a lot into community, into people, and into healing, and so I definitely have to honor her and what she's done with her existence, as our elder. Um, she definitely, she definitely steps up. All the people that came in tonight definitely step up in their own individual ways in their lives, and healing individually, um, investing in community. And so I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Tonight was a real beautiful and special occasion. You heard people talk about their own trials and also getting through. Um, and so that gives me strength, that gives me hope. Lately, what I feel like lately is that song written by Tamla Mann. Um, what's that song? Take Me to the King. It's a really deep song, um, especially the part, take me to the king, take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. I feel that. I feel that way right now. I feel that, and as I go to this fellowship, I'm at a point where it's like, I'm just done. It's like I've been beaten down, you know what I'm saying? And like, I've been wanting to give so many people hope, man, that we can do this, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, um, I feel like, if I don't do it, then I'm letting people down, you know what I'm saying? And so before I go, I'm really searching myself. Like, so when I'm going and I'm doing it for me, you know what I mean? I've been able to raise some money from community, you know, and that I'm appreciative of. I raised between $800 and $900. I'm $5,100 short, but I'm grateful for what I have. So if anybody want to help a brother out, you know what I'm saying, you can always send some money to $poetic uh, soul fighter. Again, that's poet. I'm sorry. It's $poet, POET soul fighter SOULFIGHTER. Poet Soul Fighter. On Cash App, it's Cash App $ Poet Soul Fighter. All right. So, if you want to support and you have Cash App, send it to $ Poet Soul Fighter. Finally got it right. There you go. Thank you. And I've always, been here showing people that like if we put up, we give back to community, community give back to us. And I feel that happening. Sometimes not in the way that we want to, but I do feel it happening. And I want to, much respect to Mass Rehab, for putting the courses on and creating a fellowship. It's been very hard. I had some really great classmates. It's been very challenging, and I'm going to step up and I'm going to meet the challenge. And I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your support. I'm going to be here Friday nights. Come through. But thank you guys for coming through again. Man, when I look at Simone Biles, and I'm grateful, man, that her family took her out of foster care. Because, man, imagine her going through foster care her whole life being abused, right? And all that energy that she put through gymnastics going to another way in life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so glad her family, stood up and helped out. You know what I'm saying? And we just see what an incredible human being that she's become. You know what I'm saying? So many thanks to her family, to the people who didn't care of her color and saw her skills and was willing to help be a driving force. So let us be the driving force in the lives of people around us. Let us be the family that they need to encourage them to be the best that they can be. Let us give back. Sometimes when we've been through so much, we don't give back because we're angry, we're hurt. But despite our hurt, despite our pain, let's put our best foot forward, and that's how we're going to make things better. That's how we're going to make the difference. Thank you again for tuning in. Keep your head up. Be blessed. Much love. Your boy Maurice Soul Fighter Taylor. Peace. Have a good night. Thank you, Dr. Jacqueline. I hope you have a good night.